match or anything, or people like that, we might as well not do it. Like I'm so tired. You know, the ones where
What was so great about where I was at?
Okay.
I couldn't figure it out. So again,
mm-mm.
got my mind right, and I got focused.
As we know, you are the #1 contender for the undisputed WWE Championship, and you're facing someone that you've never faced before in Cody Rhodes. What are your thoughts on Cody and this championship match you two are going to share?
I totally respect Cody and what he has done. I've been there. I understand it. It makes sense to me. I know the drive that he has right now, and I want that.
Undisputed WWE champion. What if? What if? Part four, guys. Back to you.
Merci beaucoup, Sam Roberts. And that is the question. What if Cody Rhodes loses this championship that he spent 2 years trying to get his hands on? I mean, does that become one of the biggest disappointments in WWE history? I think it does, and that's a lot of pressure.
Easily. I think Buck was right. You got to take your ball and go home, something like that. And Cody has no intention of doing that. So tonight's going to be big. Look, and I think AJ is already on a lot of people, and rightfully so, on a lot of people's Mount Rushmore of the greatest to ever do it in ring, bell to bell, untouchable. And I think a lot of people are waiting for him to kind of usher himself off into retirement, but he is not of that mind. He is not at all. He's trying to win a championship tonight to even further cement his legacy.
Biggest disappointment in WWE history? No, not a chance. Cody's been champion for a lot longer than 5 minutes and 46 seconds, so that's a feather in his cap. Will it be Cody Rhodes' biggest disappointment? I would tend to think so. That's what we were talking off the air. I said, man, he might have to put boots on the ground. He just burn his boots.
I was cushioning.
Will Cody do that? No, Cody's a fighter. When he falls down, he gets knocked down, he gets back up. But that is going to be what the match is about. Both guys have so much to lose. I could see this one going either way.
And so much to gain, right? And that is the beauty of a match of this caliber. The American Nightmare defending his championship against AJ Styles. We are just minutes away from WWE Backlash, so it feels like a good time to check in with Michael Cole and Corey Graves. I imagine, gentlemen, that it is insanely loud inside that arena in Lyon, France.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Years I've been doing this, I have never heard a crowd as loud as they've been for the past hour before the show even began. It is insanity. About 20 seconds ago, I saw your watch light up with a noise warning. It is unbelievable. And you watch this.
Wow.
It's going off with my decibel warning. It's over 100 DBs already. We haven't even started the show. It's going to be a night off for you and me because there's nothing that can be said that these 11,000 maniacs aren't already letting the world know what a night it's going to be. It's back to the studio. Park McGee, we miss you guys.
We miss you too. And please bring home some cheese for me and some wine for Big E, and then we'll still be friends. And cheese, wine, and chocolate for Jack.
Yeah. That's right, if you will. I mean, you can hear the crowd.
Yes.
How insane that is. What does that do? I mean, you guys walk out in front of crowds all the time, but when it's like that, it's got to be some different type of level.
Yeah, it's you already come ready, you're already prepared regardless of the crowd, but it takes you to another level. It really does. And I have FOMO, I have chills right now because it really is like what we do. You want to win championships, you want to win matches, but it's about making moments. And a crowd like this, it is so easy to make an incredible moment in front of a crowd.
Well, my perspective has changed a lot coming back after 10 years. When's the last time I wrestled in France? Probably 2012, 2013. Obviously, the injuries sidelined me.
Cheese, wine, and chocolate for Jack.
PLE in person. You know, you talk about the travel, missing relatives and loved ones, and you know, you miss birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, funerals. Moments like that, crowds right now in Lyon, France, make everything worth it. They make all your aches and your pains go away. You have a migraine, you walk out there, it's gone. After the match, it all comes flooding back. But for those moments when you're in front of an international crowd like that, you have no boss. You are Superman. You are the king of the world, and you're on top of it all.
And no one can take it.
No one can tell you what to do, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
All right, we're running out of time, but real quick, just match you're most intrigued by before we send things over.
Cody AJ. I know it's obvious right now, but I think that one could be a part of it.
It's hard to say, honestly. I think this is a very pivotal moment in WWE as a whole. We have two new champions in Cody and Damian Priest. We also have new women's champion Bailey, who's going to come out on top. Everybody's got a target on their back. I'm going to enjoy watching this paper.
Yeah, they're all going to be.
PLE, sorry.
Sorry. You just have long enough to get that one right. But gentlemen, I appreciate it. CM Punk and Biggie. I am Jackie Redmond. It is a historic night in Leon, France. The first premium live event ever. Enjoy WWE Backlash.
Okay. Putting it on now.
Good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna do something different. We're doing something different today. This is not a reaction. This is a watch along, a live watch along, guys. Thank you. If you're joining the stream now, whenever you're joining the stream, thank you for tuning in. We are going to watch some wrestling.
Yes.
Listen, we're not ashamed to say that we are fans of wrestling here. We haven't always been. We've dipped in and out of wrestling, but over the past 2 or 3 years, or especially since The Rock has come back, we've really got into wrestling. And today, we are going to be watching Backlash, WrestleMania Backlash. Usually, these pay-per-views are in America, and usually these pay-per-views happen, 7, 6 in the evening time in America, which means UK time, we're really watching it 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah, it's starting at 1 a.m.
Yeah. So today, at least, because the pay-per-view is in France and we're in the UK, we get to, watch it at a decent time, which is one of the main reasons why we're also doing this watch along. So we usually, comment on movies and films, sometimes politics, but today's a wrestling day.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to it, guys. I hope you're looking forward to it. Like I said, when you join, smash a like if you can. And yeah, let's have some fun today. I'm really looking forward to the matches today. I think this might be one of those pay-per-views that not everyone is going to think or not everyone's looking forward to, but it might surprise us in terms of how good it will be. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's got that sort of vibe because WrestleMania is like the biggest event for them of the year. And normally it's not, the Backlash isn't that exciting, but I think there will be some title changes tonight, and that is what will be exciting.
The thing is, Backlash is usually, because it's the pay-per-view after WrestleMania, and it's literally the Backlash after WrestleMania, it's usually it's usually a pay-per-view that people look forward to. It's usually a pay-per-view where rematches from WrestleMania happen. But I think the past 3 or 4 years, you don't really get like a Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and then Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at Backlash.
No.
You always get something fresh at Backlash. You're not getting Io Sky against Bailey again at Backlash, like the rematch.
No.
Or when Becky Lynch when Becky Lynch and, Bianca face each other at WrestleMania, didn't face each other straight away again at Backlash, which is, you think that's what would happen if this WrestleMania Backlash. You think Backlash will contain the rematches of WrestleMania, but they don't really do it that way, which is they used to do it that way, I think, back in the day, because Backlash isn't a new pay-per-view. Backlash it's been around for a long time, but now they use it as a way, for me, it looks like they use it as a way to kind of not reset, but it's after WrestleMania, after the whole build to WrestleMania, just give them something fresh.
Yeah.
Breathe basically a little bit.
Yeah. As a relative newbie to WWE, I only really started knowing anything about it when lockdown happened. I can already see a difference in the way this Backlash is being approached.
France, listen, SmackDown yesterday.
Oh,
The French crowd. Listen, the French crowd. The Lyon
Lyon.
crowd smashed it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not always the biggest fan of crowds sort of
No.
hijacking. Hijacking is probably a harsh word, but let's say hijacking the performers, or shouting over the performers and random chants, because I want to hear what these got to say. Storyline is important. You know, I'm not the greatest fan of everyone just always booing Dominic. Like, yeah, boo him, but but you're booing him to the point where we can never hear what he says and we can never really get a storyline
Yeah.
from him because you won't even let him speak. When it comes to that, I'm like, ugh. When I'm watching it from home, I'm like, come on. I know the people in the crowd want to get involved, they want to take part in it. You paid your tickets, you paid your money for it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I want to watch it as well, you know. I want to hear what this guy's got to say, but it is what it is, man. Like I said, the Lyon crowd, I think, is going to be very, very interesting. It's always crazy when they come out of America.
Yeah.
To
Because
see,
America, it's very, it's your own world. You're
Mm.
tied to your own cultural norms and expectations. But as soon as you leave America, especially in France, France is a very diverse community, especially in places like Lyon and Paris.
Yeah.
They're starting.
All right, KO and Randy Orton against the Bloodline.
It makes sense. Bring out your French speaking
Mm.
in France.
All right.
Also, guys, let us know how the sound is.
Yes, let us know what the sound quality is. Obviously, we're watching this program with you guys. Yeah, just interact with us. Leave us a comment. Kevin Owens, who obviously speaks French. He's from Canada. I got time for Kevin Owens. I think most people do.
Yeah, I like KO.
Yeah.
I really liked. There was a run where it was him against Roman
Yeah.
during lockdown. That for me
I thought
blew my mind.
there was a time in that match or in that rivalry that they might have actually dropped the belt to
To
Kevin Owens.
KO.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I still remember KO dashing Roman off of, I don't know, they were climbing in where the crowd would normally sit and just throwing each other into boxes and 40 feet drop.
I remember the botch, the match where I think Kevin Owens handcuffed Roman Reigns
Oh yeah.
and Paul Heyman is supposed to have the key.
And they,
Or was it the other way around? Somebody got handcuffed.
yes.
And we couldn't find the key for like 5-10 minutes or well, maybe not that long, but we couldn't find the keys and he just looked so awkward.
Yeah, it was odd. Yeah, they're probably taking their time with this entrance. KO's just lapping it all up. KO's coming towards the end of, he's in the twilight of his wrestling career. You only have so many knees and
It's funny that
to...
I don't remember Kevin Owens having. Tell me if I'm lying, guys. Has Kevin Owens had that many injuries? I don't remember Kevin Owens being or having a very serious injury over the last at least couple of years. Maybe he has. I don't recall. Definitely not Seth Rollins, man. Seth Rollins is. What's happening? This is an extra long. Is something wrong? Or they're giving him a long entrance because he keeps looking back at Randy.
Yeah, they might be dragging it out longer. Here we go.
There you go. They understand. They talk to me. Listen to this crowd. Listen, people don't usually like.
They sang it.
They sang the hell out of this song
last night
at SmackDown. How long has Randy Orton been here, man? Randy Orton is.
He's the most decorated paid live event, premium live event. I remember reading that. He's done the most matches.
All right, fair enough. I mean, it makes sense, right? He's been there for so long. Crying.
They're really involved. I love this when the crowd is involved. I hear voices in my head. They understand. They talk to me. Maybe just French people have voices in their head that talk to them, and that's why it feels easy to remember the lyrics.
They can relate.
They're relating.
That's silly.
No, I love when I see. If I'm new to this, wrestling fans. Clearly, France has not had a pay-per-view for decades, so they're genuinely like appreciating every moment, cheering everybody, booing everybody.
I'm not gonna lie, that's probably how it should always be. I guess when you watch wrestling once a month, every week, you know, you just get immune to certain things. You don't share as much. That's why I think they should always keep it fresh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I get paid to do this.
Hmm.
I'm not going to have the soundtrack, I don't believe. Because the quite nicely.
You could turn the music off and they'll carry it. You don't even need to have it.
Which is wild. I haven't heard anyone sing his song like this.
All the way to the end like this.
But it also shows that it's always the rock songs that people sing along to. It's never the hip hop songs. It's never the well, I don't know, street profits don't have any
Words.
words. But you know what I'm saying? It's always like the CM Punk songs or this song that people sing along to, or the Cody Rhodes song. WWE has a big racist problem. Big racial problem. Massive one. But then I don't think it's not just WWE. I think it's society.
Yeah, of course.
It's just a reflection of society. Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd today in France. As you would expect, it's probably 99.9%. You know.
And have the French commentators.
Look at that crowd, man, flipping it. Enjoy it, Randy. Like you said, when you're approaching the twilight of the career, and once the crowd knows as well, so enjoy him while he's still here. All right, let's see the new bloodline.
Solo. Okay, yeah. Paul Heyman is helping this along so much.
Yeah.
He is really selling. And from when they first paired him with Roman, and people, I think if you go back, I saw that run. We booed. No one was doing this. Only like 5 people in the crowd. It was Paul Heyman that made you believe and buy into the tribal chief because of how much he adores the tribal chief. But he's really looking stressed now, having to work with Solo. And yesterday on SmackDown, he said he hadn't heard from the tribal chief since
What does that mean?
WrestleMania.
What does that mean? You know? What does that mean? If you're joining us, guys, we are watching, of course. You know what we're watching, hence why you clicked on the video.
Hey, all in the game. Yes, the French crowd is lit. Definitely. Fully lit.
But like I said to you, I don't know if I could watch a product, where every crowd is like this. Because it's like, after a while, I don't know if it will start to get to me, because I don't want the crowd. I want the crowd to get involved. You paid your money. I want you to chant. But when the chant becomes, or the chanting, or the interaction becomes a bit too much.
What?
Yeah.
What? All of this.
I love Stone Cold Steve Austin. Those what chants, oh my gosh. I'm like, can anyone do a promo and sell a story for me to invest in without people saying what?
Yeah.
It's like, I get it. I do get it. But it just, these sort of things just grind on me. I'm like, let people just be. Let them cut their promos in peace so we can buy into the story.
Yeah, fully.
You know?
And All in the Game says also that, like the Aussie crowd, they're going to go nuts for Tiffany Stratton over Naomi. It's true. And I think, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, Chosen,
Whoa, okay,
That's
okay.
it.
We
All of
started
this
aggressively. All right, Kevin Owens and Randy. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
These guys have started quick, flipping neck.
And you know what? Last night, Street Profits went into the crowd, so I wonder if we're going to see more of that tonight. They are.
Yeah,
They're
there you
already
go.
they're going straight in.
Whoa.
KO's brave. KO's done this. KO's lives this life.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, like I said, look at the crowd. The crowd is 99% probably a certain demographic, and you always got to pay attention to these things. WWE knows these things.
Yeah.
And the way that Tiffany Stratton is getting over so quickly without even doing anything, really. I mean, she's had matches with Becky. I'm not saying she hasn't done anything, but compared to how other people have to work to get over, there's a reason why, and it's not just because she's good. It's also how she looks.
Yes. Because she's similar to Bianca's trajectory in NXT in the Performance Center, but like the crowd is already with her.
Yeah. Put it this way, Bianca was doing the same thing that Tiffany was doing at NXT.
Yeah.
But Bianca was never given the NXT title.
No.
Stunner! What is going
but it's even
on?
Managers are out there, security's out there. Oh, because the bell hasn't. Okay, Nick's out, manager's out.
Ha! Stop it!
It's with a British voice. Stop it!
You want to disregard the rules? You want to stun referee? You want to stun security? Well, guess what? As they say,
no disqualification. There you go. No
DQ.
Come on, I knew he was gonna come out and say that. But it was always gonna go this way. First match. Listen, what's interesting about this? Yeah, I mean, I think they were always heading down this route, this path, the way that they've been fighting each other.
Yeah, we left SmackDown last night with these guys boxing each other up, right? So, well, this is all. It's helping put over Solo and what's his name, Tamin Tonga. I can't remember. Because who else? You got Randy and KO. It's two of the biggest WWE superstars, making you look good. What's your predictions? You guys, all in the game. Everyone else in the chat. Who's winning this match?
Ooh. I mean, that's a question, isn't it? Because if you want to take the new incarnation of the Bloodline seriously, as dominant or whatever they want to be, you think booking will make them win. Because I think Randy Orton and KO can afford a loss at this age or stage in their career. But now that it's no DQ, the loss is probably going to come at some sort of crazy. I mean, there's no disqualification, so now you can actually have a reason for Randy Orton and KO to lose.
Yes.
But yeah, I think if you're gonna book the future, you'd probably book Solo and the Bloodline to win.
Yeah.
But I would say this, which is quite interesting, and I've said this before. If you're blood related to these guys, yeah, you don't even need to be the best wrestler now.
No.
Because the whole point of the Bloodline is that you join if you're related, right?
Yeah.
So these guys, are coming out of NXT like Solo, right? Coming out of NXT and going straight to the main event on the main roster simply because they're related.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're so lucky that they're wrestling in a time period, right? Wrestling in a time period where the Bloodline is on top and their way to the top is literally just by being related.
Yeah.
Because I know Solo Sikoa is good, but the better wrestlers in NXT, the better wrestlers around Solo Sikoa in WWE, that you know what I'm saying?
I think today I noticed particularly Solo's coming into his own. In his entrance as he came out, he's because he's been standing next to the tribal chief for so long, he now needs to show who he is when Roman's not there. Oh, that's a great question. A great question all in the game. WrestleMania in London or Paris, which one will be most likely to happen first? I know what I think.
I think London.
Yes.
Only because I think Triple H is already tweeted that, and I think WWE events every single year come to London.
Yeah.
It's always one or two events at the O2. There's already one or two events in London anyway.
Yes.
Whereas this is the first time they've come to France for years. So they've already got like a SmackDown, or is it SmackDown Live or Raw Live, whatever, in London.
Yeah, they do. They
Just make
do.
the pay-per-view in London. I think it's easier to do it in London, personally. And if you do it in London, people from Paris and France can come
It's
anyway.
so easy. It's one train,
Yeah.
literally.
Oh, the B word. I don't know if the B word will make a difference. Brexit.
You know what?
If you know, you know about Brexit. Oh, Randy.
I think another reason why I would say it's definitely coming to London at some point is because we just had our London mayor elections today. And about a week ago, the mayor, the guy running for mayor, said sports is really important to the world and to London. We want to see the Super Bowl come here. We want to see WrestleMania come here. And Triple H retweeted the mayor of London and said, let's do it. And I know even I'm sure John Cena on a PLE last year was like, I'm trying to get them to bring WrestleMania to London. And it will definitely work. You'll sell out. You'll sell. You'll be fine.
As long as the tickets are affordable.
Yeah.
And not no clash of the
Castle tickets are ridiculous. £400 minimum. Like $800, $1,000. No,
oh
less.
My lord.
And sometimes I see shows in America. It's like $40 for a seat. Like if it's in a town somewhere in, I don't know, Wisconsin or something. Yes, all in the game. Yep, I did see that WWE signed Jacob Fatu, who is also one of the relations of Roman Reigns, and he's actually like a sick wrestler.
Yeah, they're going. This bloodline thing, we thought it was finishing. We thought it was coming to an end, but they've set it up so it will always continue.
Yes, smart. Whereas Cody, in my opinion, as I'm quite new to wrestling, he doesn't have the weight to carry or a legacy to carry the weight, which is why I think every wrestler that he interacts with has to bring up Dusty Rhodes, because it's like you have to remind.
I'm already bored of Cody.
He's not.
Listen, we'll talk about Cody when Cody's match is on later. But let's just say that I really liked Cody before Cody left WWE the first time around. I was one of his biggest fans. From Stardust.
Was he by then?
When he left, he had finished Stardust before?
Okay.
By then, I don't know. He had Stardust, then he had the Ugly, the guy with the face mask, all these things. He had so many characters. He was really good. And he's not rubbish, but this Cody Rhodes now that we have, this politician, this JFK, blonde hair, sort of with the white dog, sort of leaning so much into what I would say white. He's leaning so much into that to get those people, that part of the WWE universe to like him.
Yeah.
There's something about his character, which this JFK character that I don't really like. The whole politics about him, the way he speaks. What do you want to talk about? And there's something about it that I'm not really connecting with. But I've been a Cody Rhodes fan for a long time. I just think that the way that he's been treated since he's come back, the way that Seth Rollins has had to lay on the mat 3 times. At WrestleMania, Hell in a Cell, and the other pay-per-view, he beat Rollins 3 times in a row. He came and he beat Brock Lesnar twice. I'm like, the way that he's been booked like the skinniest guy ever, and he's slapping up Brock Lesnar. Somebody who Roman Reigns took years and years to beat. He came.
Brock's the most protected by Vince as well.
It's the fact that I don't feel like he had to work for anything. He came back and he was given a red carpet.
You're right, all in the game. He's a nice guy, but he's a little bit bland. And that is literally, it signifies,
KO.
He just put Tonga through a table.
Despite the fact we're talking a lot, this match is actually quite good.
This is really good. And also, guys, if we're talking a bit, it's to make sure we're not copyrighted.
Listen, this copyright stuff.
Yeah, it will get us. It gets everyone.
I don't know if you guys can hear the commentating in the backgrounds or not. I don't know.
Let us know what you hear. Oh, yes, all in the game. He did. Our mayor, it's a historic 3rd term. I don't think there's ever been a mayor that's had more than 2 terms in a row.
Yeah, to be honest, there wasn't a lot of choice.
No, he's the clear choice.
Yeah. Oh. The prime thing, you know what? The prime thing in the middle of the ring when it was first announced, I was like, how the heck am I gonna watch? Yeah, with this stupid colorful thing right in the middle.
Yeah.
The black and white. You know, I can forget that it's there.
I think they learned because the very first time they did it, it was coloured. It was like blue, bright blue. And then every PLE since they've made it sort of grey or black.
Mm.
Impact on the clothesline by Sonya.
And also with the chants of the French crowd, they're chanting a lot of stuff in French. So
Yeah.
they're like,
I'm
deux, toi.
I'm thinking I can't even understand what they're saying. They're what? What are they saying?
I don't know. Sometimes I try and look to read their lips, but I can't.
Read French words lips.
Yeah, I think it's a different.
Wait, read French word
Read
lips.
French lips?
Read, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Read French word lips.
Right now. Machine.
Ooh, look at the scars and look at him. He's like a flipping pit bull.
Yeah.
Look at the scratches on the scratches, the scars on his back and the cuts on his back already.
It's true.
Listen, like
Mm-mm.
I'm always gonna say this. Listen, I give wrestlers credit, man, because yes, the winner is predetermined.
Yeah.
Yes, and yes, they pull their punches and they pull their kicks, so they don't hurt each other. But your back and your body is still slapping, smashing against that wooden mat. They're in pain a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Like, as much as people want to talk about wrestling being fake, I can guarantee you more people get injured, yeah, wrestling than most other things. There'll be one injury today, at least. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
these guys put their bodies on the line, yeah. One for our entertainment, and two because they're psychopaths anyway. Most of these people, they're crazy.
I think I remember since Big E got injured, which is like the worst for me because I love Big E.
Ah, Big E.
He actually said something like, "We wrestlers, we always wrestle in pain, but we should never wrestle hurt."
Yeah.
Like, and I think Seth has wrestled for such a lot. His knee, he had to
Yeah,
have
Seth-
surgery.
Seth
You
is
feel for
different.
these
I
guys.
like Seth, yeah, but when Seth and people like
Yes.
Cody are wrestling injured, fully injured, when Cody was anyway,
The whole, yeah.
I think that's a bit. I don't know about that. Oh,
All in the Game says Logan Paul has done very well out of the WWE, but it's a little annoying how good and athletic he is. I was saying that when I first heard Logan Paul was because I'm new to wrestling. So
I agree.
Get me so hype yet, and I'm not really. I don't follow. I'm a older woman, or am I following Logan Paul? And I'm not.
Do you know
I'm
what?
surprised.
Do you know? You just got to respect it.
Yeah.
Ooh, you just got to respect it because at the end of the day, there's some people who are just
Trash can.
who naturally can pick things up, who can actually hear things like instructions, like you got to land on your this foot and how to do this roll. You got to roll, and if someone can just hear that, like someone like Bianca Belair, who people say that she's very quick, she comes to WWE, she listens to the trainers, listens to the instructions, and she picks it up very quickly.
She absorbs it.
Very quickly.
She's just like zoop.
Some people are like that. There's some people who are just really good at a lot of things. Call them autistic. Call them whatever you want to call them.
That's Sasha Banks.
There's some people who just pick things up, and it's annoying because in some ways, him picking up so quickly kind of undermines, or in your mind, or you might perceive it that he's undermining everyone else who's taken 10 years to get there. But it's not that. It's not that. It's just everyone's different, you know. And also, he's a good wrestler, but he's still not doing too many complicated things. Logan Paul. However, for when he started, for where he is now,
yeah,
progression, my gosh,
definitely 100%.
You can hate him all you like. You can hate his character. You're supposed to hate him. He's a heel, a bad guy. But yeah,
you're supposed to hate him, but you can tell when he's cutting promos. Sometimes he gets a bit like, oh, do you have to boo me that hard, guys? Oh yeah, All in the Game. It's true. There's a lot of drug use, legal and non-legal abuse. Sorry, legal and non-legal as a result of pro wrestlers. Like the injuries and the pain, and I think even like Liv Morgan got arrested recently for having a bit of weed on her because I'm
not gonna lie, a lot of American states, I'm sure. Oh,
That is wild. The metal of the leg of the chair cracked.
Yeah, but that usually cracks anyway.
My
Come on.
gosh.
That
And he
usually-
stabbed Kevin Owens in his body.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to drug use, I mean, look at
His back is ridiculous.
when it comes to drug use, I get it. You know, wrestlers need that pain relief. They go through a lot. But things like marijuana and weed, that should be fine, you know? Come on. But steroids and stuff like that, that's been common. I mean, even now, I think those things are illegal and you are tested, but I'm not saying AJ Styles is taking roids at all. Please, I'm not trying to say that on the stream, but I'm very impressed by AJ Styles' new, bigger physique.
Yeah.
Because he was gone for, I don't know how long he was gone for, but he wasn't that big before. And when he came back, he just looks huge.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, yep. That's a good point. All in the game. He says, I reckon pound for pound that Bianca's stronger than Jade, who's an absolute physical specimen.
Ooh. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't think that's.
I think she might be pound for pound the strongest, maybe even out of some of the men as well. If you literally look at her.
I mean, that's what it means.
What
I
she can
mean,
weight.
pound for pound is not to do with sex.
True.
Pound for pound is literally says it's pound for pound.
Yeah.
So,
True.
like, you don't need to.
She lifted
Yeah.
Otis. It's just that lives in my head rent free still.
Yeah, Randy. RKO time.
Viper.
No, this has been a good. I've enjoyed it. It's been fun, despite the fact we've been talking through it. Okay. There we go. Surely it's done now. 1, 2, 3. No, Solo.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk more about those guys when their match starts. But I'm definitely pro Bianca. I love Bianca. I love what she's done. I'm gonna enjoy what they're both gonna do, I think. But yeah, pound for pound, Bianca's definitely stronger than Jade. But Jade is strong. Let's not. But Jade is more green.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Jade is more green than Bianca. When you watch Jade, even now, she's not as clean. She's not as crisp. She's a bit. Yeah, she's not as clean as Bianca in the ring. Bianca is very, very clean, very, very seasoned. Technically, she's a good wrestler. She doesn't botch. And she's having the biggest matches. She's putting on WrestleMania matches against Becky Lynch with hardly any botches.
Yeah.
Do you know what? People need to understand what she's doing. But I don't think people give enough credit, really, if I'm being honest. But yeah, I'm very looking forward to see what these two women, Jade and Bianca, can do. Here we go. Bang! RKO. The table didn't break.
Oh, the table didn't break.
We.
I love that.
We.
We're. The game says, "Come on now." AJ's been on those vitamins. He's had some.
Listen, I don't know what I can say and what I can't say on stream.
No, because we can't
on streams like this. But let's just say that he's eating vitamins. At least he's at least taking good vitamins.
And
that's what I can say.
I was gonna say, I think there's also something about as you get older as a person. I've noticed this even when I go to the gym and the older your body carries weight differently and muscle differently. I don't know. It's even Braun Strowman's like lost weight and bulked up. Assault. Oh, I don't like these when they put the chairs together like that because that is.
I like these. He's gonna do the Swanton as well. No way.
That's what I'm saying.
I knew it. KO is a good sport. KO's gonna put himself through it.
Oh my gosh, KO.
Look at his back. That back looks so effed.
Yeah, cuts.
He's gonna suplex him onto it.
Oh my god.
We're all just waiting for it to happen.
All the crowd's got their cameras ready. They're like, we're gonna get
Oh wait, no way! Oh! Wow, well done, guys.
Oh my
He took
god.
that bump. He took that bump. Flipping heck.
The chair. I've never seen the chair. The chair's like this. Wow. Mondui. Let's say my god. What are they saying? This is so cute, Mondi.
Finished. Who's that?
Oh, I was gonna say he looks similar in the face to Tonga. Wow, his brother's here now.
Tomatonga's brother.
Yeah, so we are like expanding
This
the bloodline.
is the bloodline. When The Rock was trying to educate you fools, yeah, that this is deep, yeah, this is big. This Cody Rhodes that, yeah, is got nothing to. It's his two family members, his brother and his dad, has got nothing to do, and he's got nothing on the bloodline.
No,
they run rest the bloodline, and these people wanted to fucking boo The Rock out of the building, cheer for this corny Cody, bruv.
Yeah.
Throw in KOs. Oh, one. What?
Where's Randy?
It's done. Bloodline win the first match.
Wow. Which is what
it's funny. Who commented that he got signed?
No, that's not Jacob Fatu. That's
oh yeah, sorry, it's not, is it? Yeah.
So it's another.
There's an flipping neck.
It's like they're expanding the bloodline breadth ways as well as like just through Roman or The Rock. It makes sense though. The Rock is on the board at TKO.
I don't know,
man. You're not gonna let your family, your culture just die out in wrestling. You want it to continue, right? I mean, even Vince had kids in. Wow, Paul Heyman is actually like, please don't.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Heyman is selling it really well.
He is.
Whole like, please leave them alone, because this new incarnation of Bloodline is supposed to be more savage. Because Jimmy and Jay are not doing this stuff.
No.
Jimmy and Jay are not. So this Bloodline is supposed to be like, we're here to F you up. You know, it's next levels from the Jimmy and Jay Bloodline. The Jimmy and Jay Bloodline was nice.
Yeah.
In fact, Jay didn't even want to, as we saw, didn't even want to be part of it. And then he did. And Jimmy didn't want to be part of it. Then he did all these things. Whereas this incarnation is supposed to be just, I don't know, ruthless.
Ruthless aggression.
And it needs, yeah, man, you need, without Roman, now that Roman's gone, now that Rock's gone, you need someone to really sell it.
Yes.
And Heyman's role, as always, is...
Oh my gosh, KO!
Roman's role for always is to sell the hell out of this. Ugh.
KO's selling the hell out of this with his... Yeah.
Oh, KO.
Yes. I like Ava. I find Ava... Rock... all in the games just said that Rock's daughter is NXT GM as well. It was interesting because she was part of that group and she didn't really do much in the group. And then they kind of segued her in, which she's actually doing the role well, I think.
That's it, man. First match done.
Yeah.
What do you think? Really good match to start it off, man.
Flipping. That's
how you start a pay-per-view, man. Flipping heck. These guys were... Question I always think about, right? What happens, yeah, to all Kevin Owens' spit and throw up on that ring?
Someone mops that up, right?
As in, do they change the mat?
No, I think they just wipe it down with disinfectant.
I've always thought, I've always thought about wrestling, right? The kind of madness that goes on and the kind of stuff that gets left on the mat when you're wrestling, all sweat, all the blood, all these things, yeah? And then you have to go and wrestle on top of all that stuff and put your face is on the mat like this, in someone's spit, in someone's blood. And I'm always like, is there a new mat all the time? I've never really thought about that.
You know what?
Comment below, because it's also, we need to think about things like, if you've got some sort of disease, something wrong with you and you're bleeding, you know, exchanging body fluids.
Yeah.
Especially when you're both bleeding, you both got open wound, and Bobby Lashley gets cut all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because of his autoimmune, whatever. And I just think about the fact that in wrestling, you're just close with somebody. The body contact, sweat, things are getting exchanged. I'm like, do they have certain tests as well?
I'm sure they do. Especially in America, like the contractors, you have to prove like you don't have certain diseases and stuff to work in certain areas.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. The
This-
women's championship. You know what? Before we move on,
Go on.
you know when they were just doing the count out 1, 2, 3 or
Mhm.
under toi. Don't know if you clocked the sweat that was on the spit that was on the actual mat as he went. The camera caught it flying in the air and going up and down like water. It was drenched, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
crazy. Okay.
That's why cleanliness is so important. Like, you don't want to be known, backstage as the guy or the girl that's always smelly.
No.
Or that's always there. You don't want to be known because no one wants to wrestle. No, it's so like you have to be so clean.
Oh my gosh! All in the game says they don't even wipe the MMA octagon in between fights. That I would say with the MMA one, you have to. That was even more important to wipe.
I'm learning something new today.
Because they even wipe the basketball court NBA. They sometimes stop play because if it's too slippy, they have to wipe.
Hold on a second. So, thing is, I've thought about it. It's crossed my mind, but it's never been something that I've investigated. I've just watched wrestling, but I've been thinking. Hold on a second. Now that COVID's a thing,
yeah,
and all these things now are things, I'm thinking. Hold on a second. These guys are literally half naked, putting themselves in the most compromising positions. Your head in someone's balls when you're doing roll up pins and all these little moves you got to do, sweat and getting cut open and blood and Rock getting Cody Rhodes blood all over his hands and wiping on belts and all these things that we're now doing and cutting yourself, all these things, exchanging all these sweat and blood and fluids. I'm thinking, how does it work in terms of being healthy and clean and stuff? I don't know. It's weird.
All in the game says sometimes they do change the mats in WWE.
Okay.
Which makes sense.
It makes
They have, because it's a whole entertainment setup, they've got a lot of props to move around so they can easily.
Tiffy time.
I just clocked there's so many PSG t-shirts in the crowd.
Football. Is this okay? Let's do our prediction for this match then. And you tell us guys as well. Bailey's Bailey has to retain.
Has to. Right?
No. She doesn't actually have to retain because I've said Bailey could easily be used as a transition champion because she's at 4 Horsewomen, because she's been champion before, and I know people are cheering for her, but she literally created damage control. Like I'm one of those people that I don't forget when it comes to storylines, so I can't just cheer her just because she doesn't like damage control. She doesn't like the beast that she created.
Yeah.
And she used that beast that she created to torment everyone else for 2 years, and now we're supposed to feel sorry for her. I haven't really fully bought into that. I do like Bailey though. I think Bailey is amazing. She is. But she could be used, I've said this before, as a transition champion just to get everything just reset and put Tiffany Stratton as champion. I don't think Tiffany should walk in, be drafted to SmackDown, and in the first 3-4 months win the title. I don't think we should do that with Tiffany. I think take her on a journey, make her work for it a little bit more. However, if they do decide to pull the trigger on Tiffany, because she's a heel, this is probably the best time to do it in a triple threat match, right?
Yeah.
But surely after everything, you're not going to let Bailey lose it.
Yeah, there's just a lot of possibilities in there because they could decide the next big feud is like Bailey's going to drop it to Bianca somehow because if Bianca becomes tag team champion,
that's what I said
across both brands.
That's what I said before we came on. But that's me. That's me fantasy booking. That one. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
There could also be that Naomi is going to be the next champion. Like you can't.
The way that it's been booked so far, from what I've seen, how they're booking it, I don't think they're booking it for Naomi to win the title.
I think
I think she had the lead. Out of the 3, she has like a 15% chance of winning. Even though out of the 3, she's probably the one who want to win.
Yeah. I see a lot of people putting their boo fingers down like this.
I like her outfit though. I like her hair, the curly hair. But she's got that. Tiffany's got that round head, and because she got those fake lips, those little implant things, I'm always like, oh, why could you just have natural features? But that's me just being, me being picky. Do your thing, Tiffany.
All in the game says Bailey to retain, but Tiffy time will be more over with the crowd like in Australia. Yeah, I think you're right there. You might end up with the crowd going more hard for Tiffy, but Bailey retains.
Yeah, if you look like Rhea, if you look like Tiffany Stratton, if you look like those sort of people in this wrestling world, it goes a long, long way.
Yeah, and I think because Tiffy's actually in a relationship with Ludwig Kaiser, who's German, and I think Tiffy's like Ukrainian or Russian descent.
The heritage, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
She's
You can look at Tiffany Stratton's face and you can say like she's not American. Like she's not. She doesn't have the traditional American. How do I say this? You can look at her face and you can see that she's European.
different ethnicity, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the best entrance. Come on, Naomi. And the crowd yesterday. Go. It's the first crowd to be involved in her. Okay, Naomi.
Hey.
The outfit is banging.
I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to outfits, yeah, Naomi doesn't miss. Hey, well done. The crowd
is involved. Thank you, crowd who's mostly men. Thank you for getting behind this woman. I love that.
Do you know what I always find as well? Now they brought it up. It's weird that the crowd is usually like 99% men. And the men are always so quick to get behind other men like Cody Rhodes, whatever, and silent when it comes to women. I'm like, as a man who like women, we're very scared to cheer for women.
Yeah.
Like, I was finding it weird. I'm not. But these alpha males be like, oh, I love Cody and I love all these wrestlers. And when it comes to women, they're like, oh, F women. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean, bro?
Yeah.
That don't even make no sense to me.
I think some of the mentality is just legacy left over from when the women's were more there just to be like eye candy. But now they are the serious wrestlers too. They always wanted to be anyway. Go, Naomi. Go.
All right.
Go.
I don't know if it. I think Bailey will retain.
I wonder if they're gonna do hey Bailey.
They're definitely gonna do that.
People have been waiting for her to go back to like a face.
But there's one thing I can say about Bailey. As much as I like her, right? When the belt is on like the Biancas, even when the belt's on the Rheas, and those sort of characters, it just feels more big time.
That's true.
It's even when I think she's one of the. I think she's probably the most. I think I said this before. Out of the 4 horsemen, I think she's probably the most complete package. I think on the mic, she can go toe to toe with most of the 4 horsemen. I think in the ring she can. I think she's selfless. She's always putting people over. I think she's, when someone's she's 6 out of 10. Out of 10, she's got 6 or 7 out of 10 in every category, and she doesn't have any glaring weaknesses.
Yeah.
Whereas you could say Becky's really good on the mic, but in the ring, Becky's not as clean as Bailey in the ring.
No, and we can tell because she injured Bianca.
Yeah, well,
that's a very.
Whereas Sasha Banks is not as versatile on the microphone, and her character work is not as versatile as Bailey's.
Yeah.
Sasha's had the same character for like 10 years.
Yes.
Whereas Bailey is just...
And she kind of takes it wherever brand she goes to.
Yeah.
Right now she's the CEO.
Bailey and Becky's... I mean, the 4 horsewomen are used to put women over all the time. And Charlotte... I think Charlotte gets a bad rap, really. Because Charlotte's always putting people over, Charlotte. I mean, if you put it this way, if you won the title 13, 14 times, it means you've lost it 13, 14 times too.
Yeah.
Right? I remember flipping Charlotte losing the title to Nikki Ash. Trying to put Nikki Ash, the superhero, over.
Oh yeah, that was a cute little run. Okay. Not fully cheers.
Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi. That's cute. Yeah.
Well done.
That's what I'm talking about.
But do it with more conviction, because she did it like, oh my god.
Because no one, she even tweeted about it. She was like, no one normally
She was
does this with
surprised.
me. Like,
Yeah.
it's the first crowd to really do the SmackDown crowd yesterday. No, the
The-
press conference crowd was the one.
The way that things are starting, the way that Bianca is starting to be like, you know what? I can't just be friends with you after you spent
Yeah.
years with damage control messing me around. It makes me feel like maybe the long term is to come full circle back to Bianca and have Bianca take the belt from her.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
But and that's what
Long
you're
term.
alluding to. But
It might not happen.
yeah, because it's like if Tiffany loses today, where does Tiffany go? Does she feud with Nia? Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just trying to figure out what the plan is here.
Yeah, they're doing the Hey Bailey chant, which is good. This comment made me laugh because I couldn't see what the emoji was, but now I see it. So much cake in this match. All of these women do have rotund and robust booties. It's the time of rotund and robust
The
booties.
question you should ask is, our question I want to ask you guys is, imagine if we watched the men's matches in the same way as we watch the women's matches, staring at men's cakes. Imagine that happened.
I think some women do that. Some women fans.
Because that's one thing that women will always lose out on. It's a man's world, right? Look, every single person in the audience is a man. Right?
I haven't seen that many women.
Almost every single person is a man. And of course, because of that, a lot of and women are half, wearing what they're wearing. There'll be a lot of people who will not focus on a match. Because you can only a lot of people can only objectify women. They can't treat women like as humans.
Normalize cake though. Normalize booty. Flat and cakeful.
Flat and cake.
Let's not small booties matter too. I've heard that before.
All booties.
Yeah.
All booties are welcome in wrestling.
Yes.
But we only want to see cake. I'm playing. That's why people love Rhea, because Rhea's got cake.
That's a good, interesting. Tiffy does have a much better moonsault than Charlotte, who really needs to stop doing them as much, in my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Io Sky's got better moonsault than. I mean, a lot of people have better moonsaults than Charlotte. But Charlotte's moonsault is good. I like Charlotte's moonsault because she's so tall and lanky with it. But yeah, Tiffany's a gymnast. Tiffany, she's a heel, but let's just be honest with Tiffany. Let's be real right now. Yeah. For her to come in, in a short space of time and to learn all the things and to be where she is, and to be wrestling the house, and she wrestles aggressively. She doesn't mess around. She's good. Like, she's ready. She's ready for the top.
Yeah.
She is, for me, no, she's not a Bianca Belair ripoff. She's following a similar trajectory as Bianca Belair. But you can argue maybe even quicker.
Yeah, maybe. I think Bianca's even mentioned her in interviews before, saying she really enjoying watching Tiffany come up.
Yeah.
And I mean, she wasn't in NXT that long before she was up here.
The reason why she reminds everyone of Bianca Belair is because of her athleticism. Yeah. She's very athletic.
All of the gay made a good point. Don't forget, there's lots of gay wrestling fans who will enjoy all kinds of cake. Yes, sir. Inclusivity, inclusive cake. Cake for all. That should be WWE's slogan. Cake for all.
True,
why not?
It's true. There's a lot of was it androgynous? What's that word?
Androgynous.
And yeah, who like people like Rhea.
Yeah.
Because Rhea's a woman that beats up men. And and she has that dark hair and all that. So even though Rhea is blonde and she's actually not really like that. She's very much, she likes to be pretty and all these things. But her character The whole Judgment Day, the whole leather and latex, the whole mammy thing.
Yeah.
I personally, I hate that shit. I would never be in a crowd shouting "mammy." One, she's a heel,
Yeah.
which means I'm not cheering for her at all. Full stop. Like, she's the reason why Dom is Dom. Like, everyone keeps forgetting she's the reason behind the whole Dominic turning heel. She groomed him.
Yeah.
She whispers in his ear. She tells him what to do.
She told him to mess up his dad.
She told him to slap his dad,
Great
but
way.
he gets booed for it and she gets cheered. Like, stuff like that for some reason. I don't know why. But when people don't pay attention to storyline and they just cheer and boo people based on just feelings, I'm always like, listen, man, you're not supposed. I know you like her because she's pretty and she's got cake and all these things, but you can still appreciate her work, her heel work, and boo her as a heel.
Yeah.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
All these guys charting mammy. I'm like, listen, I'll never, ever. I know it's all fun and whatever, but no, I'm not charting mammy. No, come on, chill.
It's interesting because this whole time when Tiffy's been beating on Bailey, the crowd's been doing Bailey's song. Hey, Bailey.
Ooh.
So they are actually.
WWE Women's Champion, now 3-time Bailey up over the top.
Yeah, stuff like that, man. I like that. Bailey, that was nice, baby.
Right through Bailey. Championship and kick that. Bailey, the triple crown winners of WWE first slam.
I don't know if they're saying slap her harder or something in French. But either way, we need KO to translate.
Caught her this time.
Oh.
I thought that was a German suplex. No. Oh.
Ooh.
It's landed on her feet. No. Okay.
Okay, Tiffany.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, Naomi, coming back. Come back.
That's what I'm saying. Tiffany, she's ready. She's clean. And watching Tiffany, and then we're gonna watch Jade later on. There's
fair, yeah.
There's gonna be a big difference in technique and everything. I think. Jade, I like Jade. I'm not here to throw shade on Jade. But if Jade didn't look the way she looked, there's a good chance she might not be a wrestler.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll leave it there.
Like All in the Game said, she's an amazing physical specimen of a human. Like tall, strong, abs. That's a good point. I'm trying to see actually. All in the Game said, are Tiffy's bottoms glowing, or is it just the material? There's like, you're right. I think it's just the material. They use very sparkly, shiny.
Oh, it's just shiny. Yeah, it looks shiny. The gold looks shiny to me, rather than glowing. The diamonds.
It's where the diamond gold things are on her bottom part. It's reflecting the light. It looks shimmery.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not looking that deep, but
I'm getting it as well. The material of her clothing is iridescent. That's what we call it. So it does reflect the light and make it look shiny. And I was thinking actually, it resembles to me is similar to what Jade and Bianca's the color scheme they've gone for. This sort of purpley, but this is more purple. Come on, Naomi, go global.
Hey, well done,
Naomi. Wow, Naomi.
Oh my God. Wait, is Logan Paul ain't wrestling today? Is he? No.
Ooh, that's a good question.
But just Prime's just having a presence because there's a big Prime bottle. This is awesome.
This is awesome. Naomi's jokes.
She always does that. It's so. Oi!
Thing is, Tiffy does something similar to that, so she's kind of probably taken a move from Naomi and made it her own.
I don't know, man. Because Naomi didn't create that move herself, right?
True.
That's just a move.
Oof! Wow.
Oh, nice.
The fact is, Naomi Tiffy, Bailey, they're making all these moves look so easy, but these moves are hard. That'd be tough.
These are women at some. These are 3 women at the top of the wrestling. 3 of the best women around, basically.
Yeah.
Right now.
And someone who just come back recently, which All in the Game mentioned, who I really like and you really like, Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka might be the most athletic we've seen in a while. And it's good to see her come back from the ACL injury, because ACL injuries is like one of the worst sports injuries you can get in any whatever you're doing. Football.
What's her finisher called? I don't know what it's called, but when she does that sort of flip off the rope, the top rope, and I don't know what it is. It looks like she has a flip and it sort of falls into like an RKO sort of move. That looks so crazy to me. I'm like, who?
What's the name of
What's
it?
the name of it? But when she does it, it just looks like it's a good move. No, yeah, when she does it, it just looks clean as F, and it looks like a move I've not seen before. It just looks, it looks really good.
Sol's definitely clean. She would have been probably up in the main brands by now if she didn't get that injury.
Yeah, I even think Naomi's gonna be the one to eat the pin. Yeah, I think the future.
The other two.
Yeah, the future is
protected.
the future is this Tiffany, isn't it? She's the future, so you protect her. Naomi's the present. Bailey potentially is the present plus / past. Wait, hold on a second. Who's been there longer? Bailey or Naomi?
Naomi was in WrestleMania 30.
Naomi, I think, might have been here longer than Bailey.
But because she left and did other stuff and came back as well. Soul Snatcher. That's it.
That's it.
It's Soul Snatcher. The name is so cool as well. It's play on yeah, I like it.
Oi! Ready to make one.
Tiffy kicked out. I mean, yeah.
Wrestling is good, man, because at the start of the match you have your prediction and they take you on a journey, tell a story during a match that makes you think, oh, hold on a second, I don't know anymore. If that's a good wrestling match. When you can take me on a journey during a match to make me question my damn self.
I'm questioning.
Made me question my predictions because of the storytelling and the action and how you're sort of manipulating things in the ring, then yeah, you're doing something well. Especially in a triple threat match when so much is going on.
Yeah. All in the Game says that Soul has to post a picture of her black dad every Black History Month because some people don't believe her. You know what? It's actually interesting because there's quite a few mixed race or black wrestlers that you might not know at first glance or first iteration. Because people are black is so varied and beautiful, so look so many different ways.
Oh,
I love this.
No way. This match is
take the pain.
This is a good triple threat match, you know. These girls are doing well. This is really good. I'm having fun.
Tiffy's first PLE.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's what I'm trying to say. Tiffy, like,
my God, she put them both, one on the French table.
They're booking her like the way they booked Bianca in her first year.
Bianca's the blueprint now.
Yeah.
She set the standard, which is what the boss used to say.
The interesting thing about my days, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like when Tiffany does the whole I'm gonna do a moonsault.
Well done. Finally, these women have avoided her moonsault.
Oi! 3D. Or they call it the 1D, but it's come on, 3D. I never liked the fact, that this woman just literally dragged two of the top performers, 2 weeks in a row and did a moonsault over their bodies. Like, I was like, come on, man, you're making Bailey and Naomi look like chumps. But the thing about Sol Ruka, I would never guess she was mixed race. When I first time I saw her, I thought she was white.
You know what? Because everyone's have an open mind because I'm multi-ethnic and I'm like.
But having an open mind is one thing. But looking at her and saying, "Yep, she's mixed race" is another thing. You never looked at her and said, "Yep, she's mixed race." Having an open mind, thinking that yes, she could be. I mean, I have an open mind.
I when I saw her, I thought she's not fully white.
I knew it was gonna be Naomi. I told you. I didn't think that because there's too many people who are now tanned.
True.
And Kardashians exist and they're not mixed race either.
True.
They're just you know, tans, and they look darker than her. So if anything, you've shown that you're actually less open-minded. But yeah, I never thought she was, but I'm surprised that she's mixed. I mean, Cody isn't Cody, like you said, Cody Rhodes, like
Cody Rhodes' mum is Latino. He's Colombian or
yeah,
Cuban.
or something like that. Isn't it?
Michelle Ribario. He said it enough times.
Seth Rollins is
Latino.
Latino.
Bailey's Latino.
Bailey's Latino. There's a lot of wrestlers who are actually not white fully, not Caucasian.
Kiana James is mixed race.
And you'll never know because they never bring up or talk about it or represent their culture at all. Like, you'll never know Bailey is Latino until you research. And for some of these people, it's that's nice. That's a good. For some of these people, it's helped.
She kissed her, sweet.
Like being racially ambiguous and not, nailing your stamp to any sort of culture and just being you. Sometimes it helps. It means you can connect to a wider range of people. Sometimes when you're like that, I don't know.
That's true.
Sometimes I don't know. I'm just happy.
Yeah, I mean it's similar. If you don't attach yourself to anything in a similar way to, like you've mentioned for the Spider-Man costume, because it's completely covering the person, you can be anybody underneath there.
Yeah, that was a good match, man. Like, you can't if you can watch that match and not be entertained. That's entertained. I was entertained. But are you not entertained?
Yeah,
Definitely
I
entertained.
So far, the first couple matches, you guys have showed up and showed out for real, and we've still got AJ to come, and we've still got Bianca and Jay to come. We're getting spoiled. No, so I said we got AJ, not Cody. I feel like the RKO that Randy did to Solo on the table, the table was meant to break and it didn't collapse. Because Randy was like, oh my.
Randy's funny thing about RKO, right, is that especially when Randy's trying to break tables while doing it, Randy's taking all of it on his back. Like, when you think about what the RKO is, he's getting people like this and he's just falling on his back. So the table breaks because of his back, and he has to put, weight and velocity into it.
True.
So RKO through the table almost. I mean, it looks good, but it's always, when I see it, I'm always like, you know what? Yeah, you're hurting yourself more than your opponent. The new bloodline. Let me know what you guys think about this new bloodline.
Yeet. I forgot about Yeet.
Yeet.
Who's he looking at?
Oh, Solo.
Brothers. Oh. I hope it's going to end up being some sort of longer term storytelling with the old school bloodline is going to come in and to the new school bloodline and be like, you need to slow your roll and change your ways. Jimmy and Jay will get back together with The Rock and Roman eventually, and it'll be like the new versus the old.
Jay's got Damian Priest in the World Heavyweight title.
And maybe their build up next WrestleMania will be Bloodline versus Bloodline. The heel Bloodlines versus the face Bloodlines. Yeah. And Roman Reigns comes back as a face.
All the people that wanted Cody to be champion, by then Cody won't be champion anymore, and we will just be in peace. Everyone will be happy. and the most entertaining things we'll be seeing rather than the lamest things. Like, The Rock had to come back and add. Imagine if we just got Roman, yeah. Hear me out, guys. Imagine if we got Roman versus Cody part 2, without Rock, without anyone else, just Roman and Cody cutting promos. Cody saying, I'm going to beat you. I need to finish my story, for about 10 weeks in a row. That's all. Because he's got nothing else to say apart from that. And Roman saying whatever. Like, people who want to talk about The Rock, whatever, without The Rock being inserted into the storyline, it would have been so dry. I don't care.
It wouldn't.
I don't care what anybody says. It would have.
It could not.
Like, the whole thing was The Rock. And I love The Rock. The fact that people started to hate on The Rock and not understand that this guy is doing that, whatever it was, even if it was a shoot, even if it was really supposed to be The Rock against Roman, which I don't actually believe, because I don't, looking at The Rock in the ring, I don't, but let's say it was supposed to do that and plans were changed. Like, what The Rock did over those 4 weeks to put over Cody. Like the fact that he's the biggest, not movie star, not singer, he's the biggest, most popular person almost on the planet. Yeah, The
Yeah.
Rock. With all the followers he has on Twitter, the fact that he's cutting promos on his own social media, mentioning
Yeah.
Cody every week, mentioning Seth Rollins every week, even though it's criticizing them, it's putting them over. He did everything. He rubbed Cody's blood on his belt. He sang songs about him, gave Cody the tallest mountain to climb, and he did it.
Literally.
He's literally
The Rock.
put him over.
Cody's mama. This is for you, Cody's mama. And the way he would look right in the camera. Cody's mama. I'm like, whoa.
Mama Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Mama
Oh,
Rhodes.
Mama Rhodes.
Mama Rhodes.
Oh, good question. It's the bisexual Undertaker. Hey, I've heard that before. Representation matters. Let's go bisexual Undertaker, okay? Thoughts on Tony Storm's current gimmick? I've seen some chat on the internet about Tony Storm and how it's like not landed for a lot of people.
Hold on, let's talk about the bisexual Undertaker first. Yeah. That is funny as hell. Yeah. I don't care. But when I first heard it, I was like, that is jokes. But I thought it's because of all the stuff that he wears. The leather and all that stuff.
I mean, before Rhea went dominatrix,
He was already dominant. He was already wearing that low cut.
Don't forget, Rhea had to borrow his trousers when her trousers got stolen once, and so she wore his leather pants. So he just got that vibe about him that he's just a gentle soul.
I never knew what they wanted to do with Damon Priest, because the Arch of Infamy gimmick and the whole doing that, and then it didn't really land. And
yes. And that was apparently
because of that, and because we didn't see Undertaker smile or do anything silly.
True.
He's got like a vulnerable side, a soft side, whilst trying to be like Damon Priest. So that's probably why it's like
that's why we get in the vibe, because he
bisexual Undertaker.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah.
Covering everybody.
Wow, look at the crowd. My gosh, look at Jay.
He's in the crowd. They don't even realize he's with you. Yeah, don't look at him because he might get mobbed. The guy next to him's like, "Oh, you're here, Jay."
I love this for Jay, man.
Yeah, I do.
But Tony Storm, do you know what it is? Yeah. When you talk about Tony Storm's gimmick, has Tony Storm's gimmick changed from NXT? All that's happened is that she was NXT. She's just Tony Storm is basically, who's Terminator.
Yeah.
The movie, Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
That's who she is to me.
Okay.
When I think of Tony Storm, I think of Sarah Connor. She's that sort of blonde, short hair, badass. She walks, like a dude almost. A bit masculine. She'll, that's kind of who she reminds me of.
Yeah.
Sorry. No. Wait, hold on a second. I'm saying Tony Storm actually. While actually thinking about Zoe Stark.
Oh yeah.
Flipping heck. I'm actually I'm actually talking about Zoe Stark, not Tony Storm. Sorry. I don't watch AEW, man, as much.
Osman's joined the chat and said the leather is just an innocent 80s throwback like Eddie Murphy Delirious. Could be, because we're raised in that era. Leather and Averex jacket, it was normal to wear.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking about Zoe Stark and not Tony Storm. I'm not aware of what's going on with Tony Storm.
Isn't Tony Storm gone sort of like Alexa Bliss-ish? And she's now like, I mixed her up.
I don't watch AEW, like I said, so I don't know. Really.
Oh, Tony Storm, of course. She's.
Yeah, I mean, she was in WWE for a while before she left to AEW.
Let me see.
I don't follow AEW closely, so I'm not fully aware what Tony Storm's doing.
Drew is killing it at the moment. Burger after burger after burger. Yeah, because Sheamus wasn't planning on coming back just yet. So he thought he wasn't going to be able to wrestle for a long time, and he got the all clear.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I like CM Punk, yeah. I do. I don't hate him, but I don't love him. He's got his faults, and I think he's a bit hypocritical. All these things, but I do like what he brings to WWE. But what Drew has been doing, yeah. Not even for the last 6 months, maybe for the last year. What Drew has been doing, well done, Drew, man. Well done, Drew. because it shows that he already had this in him.
Okay, we're just looking up a little bit of Tony Storm. I'm on the run of a lifetime, and my life is far from over. They're calling her Timeless Tony Storm. Oh, they're going. I was wondering, should they go for this sort of Marilyn Monroe,
Black and white.
black and white? I mean, that
I don't like when characters. Okay, this is what I have to say about these whole characters. People like Tony Storm's doing those sort of characters. People like Cody Rhodes doing the JFK sort of presidential characters. I get why they do them, because once you do those characters and do it well, you get fan base, you'll get
Yeah.
fan base, you'll get following, all these things. But there's something about those sort of characters and the fan base, the type of fans that will like that I don't. It sits a bit weird with me.
I think if wrestling had more of a female fan base, it would make sense, because right now, visually and artistically, that style is back in of, pin curling your hair. You're seeing a lot more like younger women doing roller sets in their hair, which was like what women did back in the 70s, 60s, and 50s and 40s. For the last few years, it's always been about slick, smooth, like long Kardashian-esque.
I like Tony Storm though.
Yeah, she's a real wrestler.
There you go. But look at Damien Priest, still has the archer sort of symbol. And you said that they're not going to do any more of these.
In the regular.
Okay, because you said they're not going to do any more, like, what do you call them? What would you call them?
They're like overlays.
Overlays.
They said they're only doing that for pay-per-views now,
not for, yeah. So we don't really see them on SmackDown and Raw, but we're still going to see these overlays and these little images and pictures at the PLEs.
Yeah.
I hope this run is good. I hope this is a good run from Damien. I've got time for Damien Priest.
Yeah. I've got time for Drew as well at the moment.
Yeah. Drew's doing well.
Drew won me over because when I first started watching wrestling, I was like, why are they pushing this? Like, what? I can understand in the past, but why now? Now I understand. Well done, Drew. You won me over. You won me over. Because people think, how can you keep that fresh? Drew versus Sheamus again.
Yeah.
They're finding a way that letting Drew be heel and letting him be.
It shows that all you need is a change of conditions, change of environment, and time to make a feud. Like I said, this Bianca Belair Bailey thing that could come up again, because you can see there's a little tension. We've seen Bianca Belair versus Bailey so many times, but if they fight again under this, let's say, under this new dynamic environment, it's gonna feel different.
It's my show right now. That's what Jay's saying. My show right now. The crowd. They're already doing that. You don't even need to get them to do that.
They managed to turn Jey Uso from a tag team guy 2 years ago, 3 years ago, to now, you could argue, one of the most over faces in the company. El campeón.
El campeón.
Wepa. All right, Damien, this is you now. No, listen, I was literally about to say no Judgment Day. We know that's not going to happen. Damien Priest.
Let's see Finn. Come on, my guy Finn. I like Finn.
Damien's going to win, and it's going to be Judgment Day. I would hope that they would let him win this match, cement himself as rather dominant without Judgment Day interfering. But I don't know, man. I can see Judgment Day interfering. So it's interesting about Toni Storm, because it's a shame she left, really. But look, maybe she'll feel that she's justified for leaving, because she's doing well, right? So there's more wrestling companies out there than WWE. There's many ways you can look at it. You can look at these guys just want a job, just want to work. So while we watch WWE and we don't really watch anything else, like there's a world outside, innit?
I love how Jay's just getting the crowd involved.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because this is a world championship match and this man is just messing around.
Yeah. All in the Game says WWE loves its black female announcers with Samantha Irvin and Alicia Taylor in NXT. Yeah, both of these women are incredible singers and artists in their own right as well. I think that's how they make their way into WWE. I think Samantha was spotted.
Vocal cords are important. Even when it comes to announcing, if you got good vocal cords and you can stretch, you can go deep, go high, and all you can do lots of things with your voice. You'll be good. You'll be a good, very good announcer.
Yeah.
And so Samantha is now becoming one of the best, man.
Yeah. Whoa. She's yeah. The way she makes her voice growl sometimes. Introducing the new day. I'm like, whoa, how are you maintaining that, girl? Because that it's already like, you know, my voice is. That's why you got to protect your voice if you're a singer or an announcer. What do you guys think of Michael Cole? I love Michael Cole. I'm not so much of a fan of the love child of Triple H and who was the ginger guy? The man who does is the British guy. Is he on Friday?
Wade Barrett.
Yeah.
Wade Barrett.
I'm not a big fan of him.
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
My favorite was Booker T. I really like Booker T. Michael Cole and Booker T. We're just adding some lighting, guys, because it's starting to get darker here. Whoa, we've added light. It should be good. You come and see how you look in the frame.
I wanna know.
That's better.
Be my girl. The transition, the progression, elevation, whatever you want to call it, growth of Damian Priest.
He's done well.
All Triple H's proteges in NXT. Triple H loved Rhea. I always said to people, listen, Rhea, her path is set out. Like she is the chosen woman. In NXT, she had a title. She had rivalries and beef with Charlotte Flair. Like you can tell when Triple H was looking after that brand, she was his girl, and no matter what, they were gonna get her over.
Yeah.
So the Eradicator gimmick when she first came up wasn't really working too much, but whatever. And after a while, they kept trying different things, and Bianca was the one that everyone kept talking about. Bianca was the one they had to push, and I thought it was ironic that when Triple H had Bianca Belair in NXT, he never made her champion at all. And I always tell people, listen, Bianca Belair is doing her thing despite or in spite of the fact that Bianca Belair had to be pushed because she's so good.
Yeah.
Right. And she grabbed her opportunities and whatnot. Like, and she was over organically because of she's very authentic. She's real. And now Rhea is over. Rhea is over now, but it's taken time and it's taken Judgment Day. I.e., the fact that she's a woman in a group of just men behind her, that those optics, and let's not forget the main or the most important thing that she has been doing that's getting her over is the fact that she's the only woman in the last 20 years or whatever to be routinely beating up men.
Yeah.
The sight of like this woman fighting Tagawa and all these wrestlers.
Yeah, Tozawa.
Tozawa. When Cody Rhodes came, don't forget she was always beefing Cody Rhodes with Dom, getting in the way when they were wrestling and slapping Cody Rhodes. She was literally fighting men. And the optics of that and the optics of her sort of dominating Dom and all these things, that's why she's over.
Yeet. Yeah.
Essentially, my point I'm trying to make is without that group, without all of those, she's basically been given everything. She wouldn't have got over by herself. I don't think so.
Oh, good. We got feedback from Osman that the light is good. Good.
Good. Where I see Bianca is She's literally, her song is "I'm on my own against the wall." I mean, she's always been by herself
Yeah.
in the middle of that ring, no one to bounce off. And I always say this, like in terms of character development, your character develops when you're in a group, because when you're in a group of people or when you've got someone beside you, you can have conversations. Now that she's with Jade, you're going to see different sort of sides of her rather than her standing in the middle of the ring every week and cutting promos. Where Rhea's been interacting with all these men, telling her to shut up, all these things. We've seen so much character from her because of everything that she's been given. I just wish that we can extrapolate this for everybody. I wish that the WWE, yes, they have their set people, right, that they're gonna push and they're gonna give lines to and groom. But I just sometimes think that they don't always get it right. Clearly, they don't always get it right. Look at people like Kofi Mania and Daniel Bryan and all these wrestlers that are not. They're not selected by. No one in the board of WWE are saying, "Yeah, Daniel Bryan's going to be the next big." No one's doing it. But they just got over organically and authentically. And I wish they just gave everybody a chance to get over.
Yeah.
Rather than only give it like, okay, this is my guy. Roman Reigns is the guy. We're not gonna stop until Roman Reigns get over. So we're gonna keep having many reincarnations of Roman Reigns, from the Shield Roman Reigns to the Roman Reigns with the contacts in his eyes, to all of these different reincarnations of this guy, the bloodline, and then we finally land on something to get him over. It took you 8 years when you could have taken 6 months to actually choose somebody that everyone liked to get. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I wish they gave more people a chance to succeed independently rather than choosing their guy and just pushing their guy no matter what sometimes.
Yeah.
That's that's just a thought anyway, just a thought.
I agree with you about. I do see that Rhea's had to have a lot of things put behind her, just like Roman, so that we eventually it becomes like it feels natural and we buy into it. Because if you look at who she was before and who she is now,
Don't forget she could. I mean, but also there's also growth.
yeah,
We're not gonna lie and say she hasn't grown, because she couldn't cut promos before. Every single promo Rhea did was like, oh my lord, you
even
can't
the pay-per-view against Charlotte, I think her promo.
But now she's a lot better because she's had so much practice, and not everyone gets that practice.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. But it is what it is.
All in the Game says to shout out powerhouse Jordan Grace, who's been beating up dudes in TNA as well. I think Jordan came in the Royal Rumble. She was like an exclusive. She came in basically, and everyone loved it. And more people were saying they want to see Jordan versus Bianca. That would be amazing.
That would be interesting. Yeah, Jordan Grace. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when I first saw her, she wasn't as. She was more thick. She was still big, but she was more thick. And then, like in a year, I don't know. You guys comment, let me know. But in a year or less or something, she just got big, ripped, muscly. And I'm thinking, hold on a second. Are we taking vitamins here? Like,
no, just she and AJ have just been training together. That's all.
Yeah, Jordan. But I like Jordan Grace.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it means across all brands, they are moving into that territory again where women are punching up dudes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Are we going to see mixed tag teams again soon?
I think they have changed the map though, surely.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, because that mat looks clean now.
Done.
Oof.
He's not gonna pin him after this. 3. No, near 4. It's interesting. He's got twists, hasn't he?
Yeah. He does his own twist a lot. Twists and plats.
Do you know what? Can I say something? I've said this before. Is it me? Wait, who are the champions on NXT? Every champion on NXT has locks.
NXT champions Obafemi.
Locks.
Trick Williams.
Locks. Who else? I think that is it. There's 2.
Who's the women champions? The little one.
Roxanne.
She
doesn't have locks. Wesley's come back as well.
Wesley's back.
And obviously Booker had locks.
Yeah. All in the Game says vitamins all round. No.
Yeah, because she wasn't that ripped and big. Like I think she was a bit, but not. Her muscle definition is crazy now.
Yeah.
To be honest, we can't say that because even Randy Orton, yeah, Randy Orton's come back and he's bigger, but he's been gone long enough for him to get that big.
Yeah.
Naturally, I think. Randy Orton was a lot leaner before he left. I'm not gonna lie, this match is good. It's not as fun as a match before.
No.
There we go.
I knew my guy Finn was gonna come.
Finn, there we go.
Jay dealt with him quickly.
Finn Balor slowly is becoming like a. It happens, you know. It's becoming a kind of afterthought, a kind of like a. I won't say a joke, but from being the first ever. Is this it? From being the first, if wasn't he the first ever undisputed champion when he beat Roman or something, and Finn Balor.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch it back then.
Yeah, I think he was. Like back then, he came when he came up from NXT. They sent him straight to the top, and I think he won the title. And I thought, and the whole Demon King stuff from that
Demon King, it's cool.
to now, I don't know. I love Finn Balor. I mean, wrestling comes in ebbs and flows, right? You get pushes. He was literally tag team champion a couple months ago, so you know.
I love the French accent. This is awesome. It's so polite. Yeah. All in the game. It's you're right. The pace has slowed down a bit. It's 3 matches in 90 minutes. Is it 90 minutes already?
Whoa. Yeah.
You know what? I feel like I've only been sitting here for half an hour. They've done well because they really the first 2 matches have been.
So I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah.
For the show, I watch, I have fun. That's it. That's all you could do. Like it's been an hour and a half and only 3 matches. No. Is it the third? This is the 4th match. No?
That was the 3rd one, right?
We've had Kevin Owen. No, we had a tag match at the start, the women's match, and then this match.
Yeah. The match at the start was KO.
Yeah, shame.
I
mean, it has to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, because there's not that many actual matches.
Yeah, and also this is a one-on-one match. You're not gonna get all the same sort of action as you get in triple threats and tag team matches. And the first match was absolutely insane. Spear. There's no way. There's no way they're gonna let Priest hold the Money in the Bank for like so long, win it, and then lose it straight afterwards.
Uso splash. Jaden McDonough. Of course, he was going to do that.
I didn't realize he was even out there.
Yeah, he keeps popping up from behind there. JD came out before Finn, like you predicted that he wasn't going to do this without some of the bloodline next to him. And I'm sure if Rhea wasn't injured, she'd be there too.
So we're gonna do the whole bloodline thing with like Roman Reigns is gonna. Do you know what's interesting about this? Is because Jay, only a year ago, was the same guy doing what JD and Finn were doing for Roman.
Yeah.
He was doing it.
Yeah.
And now he's going to be on the receiving end. And the reason why I like Drew, because Drew doesn't tell any lies.
No.
And what Drew does, right, is show us how stupid humans are. Like, and how we socially conform. We don't think about objectivity and we're just emotional. We just chant things.
Oh.
Because if you were objective, you'd be on Drew's side. Drew's not telling no lies. Drew said, listen, you literally for 3 years were the bad guy, causing everyone beef and causing everyone grief. And all of a sudden, just like the whole Bailey thing, we're supposed to just forget everything. And this. No, that's not how it works. And because of that, Drew gets booed. It's like, yeah. Ooh.
I like the French guy, they were saying, F you, JD. A good JD interfering.
Oh, wow. Here we go. Oi! It's done now. No way. 1.
2.
Um,
These guys are tired.
that's a solid match. That match for me didn't stand out as an amazing pay-per-view match. But I don't know what Backlash is supposed to be. Is Backlash like it's a B pay-per-view? So it's like these matches are not going to be like WrestleMania quality anyway. None of these matches, but solid. I'll say that was a solid match without being spectacular. It wasn't amazing. What?
Oh. Oh. Damien's like, it's done. It's enough. That's enough, he's saying.
What?
Oh,
See,
Damien said it's not about you guys. You
okay.
stand there and you stand there. That's confusing for Finn and
Yeah.
because they
You
do normally do that.
You can't have literally been in a group for 2 years, yeah, and your MO as a group for 2 years is to beat everyone up, literally, and all of a sudden you're like, no, we don't do that. What? Why? Literally, the reason why you've literally won the match is because these guys have helped you.
Yeah,
It's interesting, isn't it?
that is interesting.
Mm.
Showing a bit of divergent thinking in the divergent thinking. Just well, that's a great question. Are there too many pay-per-views or paid live events? It's how you framing too many. Because
What's too many?
I think a lot of people, we have this one way of thinking when it comes to certain events where like less of it means it's better or it's more special. That's not always the case because we watch Premier League matches every single week and there's like 50 matches.
Yeah. There's so many ways to look at it. The one thing I would say is when you've got these pay-per-views penciled in, like 12 pay-per-views for the whole year, it means you're forced to make matches for these pay-per-views even when you might not have any, because you can't long term story. Oh, another little code thing.
We just got the code thing.
We're not gonna pause it
because we're
live. But
check
the
it.
long-term storytelling and like you need therefore rivalries and that sort of thing to culminate, and essentially you need to find matches for those pay-per-views, and I think that's a wrong way to look at it. You almost have to have the matches and be like, listen, this match is gonna be sick. Let's put on a pay-per-view, rather than a pay-per-view has been scheduled for 4 months' time and we need to quickly find matches for these pay-per-views. Like the tag team match at the beginning of this pay-per-view, technically speaking, could be on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah. Right? I feel you.
And therefore, you're then trying to scramble and find matches for pay-per-view because you've penciled it in.
Yeah.
Rather than, listen, we've got so many good matches coming up. We need a pay-per-view. So I see why there could be too many, because too many means they're less special. And when there's so many, like once a month, you have less time to build a story towards it.
Yeah.
Right? But
I understand what you're saying.
But pay-per-views are still good. Pay-per-views are special. Maybe with more of them, they become less special.
I think the part where I diverge and I think a bit differently about this, because I'm new to wrestling, is the fact that if I'm a planner, which I do, you do long-term planning, massive multi-global organizations, I'm not even looking at the names of the PLEs. I'm like, right, we've got 12 PLEs a year. I'm setting up, we want storylines to meet. I'm setting up basically the storyline by the PLEs and using the week-on-week episodes to play out the PLE. That you have to flip it the other way if you're going to have so many PLEs.
That's what they probably do anyway. I think, you know what it is? It's because the new ones like Crown Jewel and all these ones that we're going to Saudi as well. It's the fact that those ones are almost WrestleMania. Some of them are like top quality. Because Saudi and these guys are putting so much money into those pay-per-views, they can
put more money into it, actually.
They want Brock Lesnar's, they want the Roman Reigns. So we kind of get almost WrestleMania quality matches abroad in those shows. And therefore it sometimes can dilute WrestleMania. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of WrestleMania being 2 nights. I was a fan of, you have to earn your spot at WrestleMania. WrestleMania isn't like where everybody is showcased. WrestleMania is where the best of the best, the ultimate storylines culminate and whatever. But now WrestleMania is 2 nights. It's like it's more of a showcase. Like everybody almost gets onto WrestleMania. If you're part of the main roster, you're more than likely going to be part of WrestleMania.
I get you.
So there's so many ways to look at it, man. This is a.
I see it as because I'm new to wrestling. I think I've only ever seen you guys have 2 nights of WrestleMania now, and I think they did it in lockdown. It started because of the pandemic, and they had to split the audience for safety, and they didn't even have an audience. I think.
Yeah, big three are Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam. So many other ones, they don't feel special.
Yeah, and that's why I think I'm telling you, they're not planning it the way I've said they should plan it. They are doing what you said. Oh, let's throw in one, and we're going to Puerto Rico this time, and we're going to Germany next time, Berlin, and we're going to France. No, you need to have planned that a year in advance to build your storyline and get it appropriate for the crowds
It's
you're
hard
going
as
to.
well, though, because especially in wrestling, things move so quickly. People get
Yeah.
injured.
And they're always looking at the stats that
and,
will shift them.
Who's more over, who's getting viewership, who's getting viewed, and all these things.
I think the problem is if you don't have a PLE every 6 to 8 weeks, it feels like, to me, as a more newer wrestling fan, it feels a bit too like, I'm just watching a serialized show, which is fine. But I think the PLEs elevate and give you like this other thing to look forward to. And I don't think they put everyone on all of there's so many wrestlers, there's hundreds and hundreds of them. Like, we only see about 50 wrestlers on the WrestleMania weekend. So
yeah, as opposed to like 20. Like as I'm trying to say, it's still more than having WrestleMania over 2 weekends is still more
would you say
having
that,
WrestleMania over one day. There we go.
Would you say that the amount of wrestlers they have is increased from how they used to have back? Basically, is it also exponential?
Roster.
Are they like scaling it up because they have enough?
Probably.
Before, you only really had like 20 really good wrestlers that you could use.
Yeah, maybe the quality of wrestlers have improved.
So there's an adjustment period anyway.
Yeah.
And then,
like I said, there's many ways to look at it. Let's talk about this now. Look at Asuka's makeup.
I like Asuka's makeup.
Yeah, it looks sick.
Yeah, she looks cool.
Well done. Asuka looks cool, man.
Yeah. Kabuki Warriors look fantastic.
It's a shame that they. It's also a shame with these guys because they can't really communicate. They don't. See, they speak a different language, and because of that, they don't really cut promos and all these things. So we do get to see them wrestle, but nothing else, which is a shame. But when they should just do more of what
Shinsuke does.
Yeah, you're right. Do what more Shinsuke does behind the scenes, speak in your own language and just translate it. And Io Sky's done it a few times as well. All right.
Prime hydration table that no one hydrates themselves there.
I'm surprised you didn't put like the main people on the thumbnail, Cody Rhodes and whatnot of this.
I mean, there were so many. I just picked one of the posters that they have, and the posters for Cody Rhodes, it just had Cody Rhodes on it. It was like, I don't want to hold, and anyway, it didn't fit. The format didn't fit. It was a long ways poster rather than a width.
They didn't come out Damage Control music.
No, they came out with their own music. Okay, Bianca first. She got cheers. Go Bianca.
Hey. Just like Santa Claus. For some reason, that outfit, the red and the jacket is, I don't know why. I'm thinking.
Hey, people got EST cards for her as well. Posters, whatever they're called.
I love it. What's funny with Asuka, even though she's a heel and she's a bad guy, she's always dancing to Bianca Belair's song. I will never fall.
That's a really interesting point you made there. All in the game. Dakota like Tegan Nox, Sol Ruka, Nikita Lyons, or Zoe Stark has another ACL injury. It's a big problem in women's sports in general. Yes, because I'm following women's football league in the UK, and there's been some serious ACL injuries in the women as well recently. Okay, Jade.
This entrance is so epic, though.
Yeah,
It's so like.
it sounds like it's her own voice as well. I
It's-
don't know many other people that have their own voice on their
I
music.
mean, a lot of people. I mean, Edge.
Okay, maybe Edge.
That
Edge
little
gone now.
that little intro thing that the storms arrived. A lot of people do that. Like Cena raps his own song.
True.
Like AJ comes out and he goes, "You don't want none." All right, girls. I like the red. I like the coordination.
Hate all you want.
She is well doing just that. She debuted with WWE back at the Royal.
I knew a Chelsea fan has joined the chat and said, "Take down the Man United shirt, bro." Listen, Chelsea, Man United, we can
No.
go. We can go at
No,
both
no.
teams, but we're not going to
Listen.
right now. I'm an Arsenal fan, by the way, as well. So
Yeah, listen. If you want to talk football, listen, I have my own football channel. Yeah.
yeah,
Check out Chosen Wisdom Football. Yeah, that's my football channel. We can talk football there, and we can chop it up. Yeah.
5-0. But at the same time, Chelsea fan can say back to me, Cole Palmer. You guys have got a little special one there. Come on, girls. This match, I know it's gonna be epic because we're all expecting them to take the champion.
I don't know if it's gonna be epic. I mean, I hope it is. Ooh, Bianca looks good.
Yeah, absolutely all in the game. Jade is a physical specimen, but she's not yet as fluid in the ring as Bianca.
No.
She's green, like you said.
Yeah, very. Bianca's there to protect her. Bianca's literally her role is to enhance Jade and to acclimatize her.
Yeah.
She's already a very short space of time doing what Bailey does with wrestlers, and she shouldn't really be doing that because she's only been here for on the main roster for 3 years, right? 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 years of the main roster. 3
4.
years. Yeah.
Created plenty of buzz with their teamwork. So let's talk about the champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane.
EST chance. Bianca's got her braid on top of her head today.
Then both of their opponents. Asuka, we know, is a lethal.
Woo! All right, Bianca. Flip her neck.
Oh, Asuka's already pulling the braid.
Ready.
Yes, now are fully these ladies are about to become the new tag team champions and go on one of the most dominant female.
Hold on a second. What is that on Bianca's? Can you see that? What is that on her there?
It's just, I think it's like plasticky.
That black thing. Plasticky what?
Oh, underneath.
Mm.
Good point. Oh no, her top's already coming undone from the back. Be careful, B. It's a bruise, you know.
It's a bruise.
It looks like a bruise, doesn't it? It's going up here.
Oh wow,
Is
it
that
looks
a bruise?
massive.
I can't tell. Or is it a tattoo? She got a new tattoo? I don't know.
No, you wouldn't
She's
get
not really.
you wouldn't get a tattoo here. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. All I can see is this dark thing here on the top. That looks wild. I ain't gonna lie. Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. Now off. The Bianca and Jade duo is literally phenomenal. And they're just starting. Imagine what they're gonna do.
if these guys don't go on have the biggest, most dominant female tag team run, it will be an opportunity missed. You have to capitalize on these two now.
You just said mist. I wonder if it's the mist from the practice.
What do you mean?
Bianca might have a stain from a misting, as in, doesn't Asuka often do mist? Plus, I wonder if Asuka's face paint, when they're practicing, it's proper like that stage paint that's supposed to stay in your face. Is it gone on her or stained her, or is it a bruise? It looks more like a stain.
Yeah, it looks more like a paint.
Yeah, so I'm guessing there's going to be a misting in this match. Yeah, let's drop the link to your. No, I've asked for us to drop the link. Let me get it.
Drop that.
I will get the link,
It's
guys.
not a big channel.
Just starting out, but
I talk sense.
yes.
I just don't have a lot of following because I'm just a small channel. Man United are crap, by the way. Like, I don't lie on my channel and say we're good because we're not good. And this manager needs to go. Ten Hag needs to release himself from the football club. But like I said, this is football. This is wrestling right now. If you guys want to get me started talking about football, I won't stop. I won't stop. So let me just focus on.
How do I grab the?
Oi! Oi!
Okay, let me get into the chat with you guys and drop this link for you. How do I get into the chat?
Wow.
Oh yeah, good point. All in the game. We've said this before as well. Bianca didn't go down the implants route like a lot of the other women.
Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna lie,
Love
I'm
these
feeling it.
guys.
I'm feeling it.
One, two, sacre bleu. When you just that's what it sounds like they're saying. Here we go. Hopefully this link worked, guys.
I think City. What was the score against City Wolves? I think City like won. What was the score?
Did you clock what all in the game said about Bianca not getting implants?
What?
And she hasn't gone down that route, which is a good thing in a way.
Yeah.
I'm glad that women don't have to feel like they have to do that. Be yourself.
But also understand that if Bianca Belair had chest, she'll be even more over.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
that's fair.
Though these things, as much as it's not important to me, it's important to other people. Like, it is. Yeah, I think City beat Wolves 5-1. So yeah, City are still on Arsenal's.
Oh, City, stop. Just draw and lose one match each, please.
Oh, kick to the ESD's head.
Oh my lord. This match is. The Kabuki Warriors are going to go out with a bang. They want to.
I think they have to pull the trigger on Bianca.
Oh my lord! Bianca took that bump like, oh my gosh, on the floor. Kyrie said,
I don't know why. Yeah,
is already bleeding.
That looked hell of.
No, it looked violent.
Aggressive. Looked hell of rough.
Just like that, the Kabuki Warriors in control. Hear my saying? Two. I'm saying on a couple of occasions, using the long way to hold the advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I knew Bianca was gonna have to carry a lot of this match for Jade.
Oh, thank you, Noah. Yeah, please like and subscribe, guys, to this channel as well. If you're jumping in.
Yeah, I'm not even. Yeah, we're not good. Yeah, guys, like.
Let us know if the link I dropped as admin came through, because I can't see if it came up in the chat. And yeah, the women's division is getting levels now. That's why I think, who said it? Was it Steve Nash said? Someone said we should introduce a third belt for the women. Intercontinental.
I'll tell you why, yes or no. I think a third belt in NXT is for the women is good because when you watch NXT,
yeah,
half of NXT are literally women's matches.
Deep.
You literally get half men's matches, and women have so many matches at NXT, and it's only an hour and a half, right? For the 3 hours of Raw and for the 2 hours of SmackDown that we hardly, even though the shows are longer, we hardly still get women's matches. So yes, introduce a third belt, but we also need more women's matches.
Yeah.
On the main roster to justify having that belt.
True. But it's like, which comes first, chicken or the egg?
No,
you have to book it so they get there.
Yeah, we have to have more women. Like rather than Indy Hartwell, let's have more women on the show, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the link didn't show up. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try again. Oh, you can't send super chats yet because I don't think we've set up that function. Sorry, yeah.
We're newbies, man.
We're newbies. Sorry, guys. We're learning.
We hardly ever do watch-alongs on this
channel.
Usually, well, the watch-alongs are now really football related.
Yeah.
Mine on my channel, but we are starting to do more things. We usually react to movies, politics, film. Right now, the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake situation is absolutely crazy.
Nah, I didn't go to sleep till 8 a.m.
Like,
Listen to.
well, anyway, if we start talking about that, yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
anyway,
Let me drop the link again and make this
One.
work. Maybe it's because I'm doing it as admin. You can't see it.
I knew this. I did say that in this match because what's it called again? Jade is green. We're not going to see a lot of wrestling from her. She's going to come in, do her moves, and then tag Bianca in, and then Bianca's going to be the one actually wrestling and
Yeah.
carrying the match, which is what we thought was going to happen. I like that. She just jumped on her back.
Situational awareness by Kyrie Sane.
Let's see.
She goes for this.
It's pasted into the chat, but it's
It's not showing up. No?
it's. I can see it as an admin. It's gone blue, but I can't see. Let's see if it works this time. I have tried again from a different account and seeing if you guys can see it. Hopefully it's come up now. Oh.
What they're saying?
They're saying something in
French.
It's in French because they were saying it even the men's match. So when I thought they were saying slap her harder, I'm like, it can't be saying that to the men. Yes, we agree about Obafemi Nawaf. We're looking like he is exciting. He's coming right away and he got the belt almost instantaneously.
Hey, go on, Bianca. Do
Go
your
B.
thing. There we go. Yeah. No.
Let's try and do KOD. It's not happening.
The Obafemi thing is interesting because when I started seeing everyone go, who? And doing all the Wakanda chants, I was like, oh, why are you doing Wakanda chants just because he's from Nigeria? Like, what the hell? And all these things. But you know what? At the same time, I got over it because it shows they like him. It's adulation.
Yeah.
And if you're new, to have people chanted anything positively about you without even wrestling, it's a big deal. You know?
Yeah, I'm just looking for the chat. I think because I'm dropping a link in the chat, I might have to approve it somewhere behind the scenes so that it can be seen. Because you can't just drop links in people's chats.
Can't we just drop it from here?
Yes, let's try it. Okay, so
We need to,
you need to go onto YouTube and grab your handle. Go into Chrome. I think it's on Chrome.
we're some novices out here, you know.
Yeah, we don't have like a lot of football channels. You've got a guy behind the scenes helping you sort this stuff out. We're learning.
We're novices out here. So what here?
Mm-hmm.
Go on, Jade.
The NXT has a new North American belt. Raw and SmackDown definitely need a mid-card belt for women. Okay, all in the game. So it's interesting. I'm glad there is a demand for it out there amongst wrestling fans too. Only mods can drop links. See? Oh, I see the link. It's come up. Has it worked? Can you guys see it? Did it show up now? Under Divergent Wisdom.
Oh, there you go.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I want Jade. Look at her back, man. Even when I was getting gym, my back. No, it was like that.
No, your back was like that.
Let's not. Let's not do that. But
let me just check the chat for any comments we missed.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, where's Dakota gone? She sort of.
See, even that backbreaker, that. Wow.
Wow. I mean, I have to remind myself sometimes that the Kabuki Warriors are two of some of the greatest Japanese wrestlers, female wrestlers of all time.
How did she not know she wasn't legal? And if she's not legal, why is she still in the ring? It's very interesting what's going on.
Oh, I can see.
I can't
This
hear.
is awesome. Oh, wait, no.
Oof.
Kairi Sane's got her leg wrapped up too, actually. She might be injured underneath.
The way that Jade also took that move, she didn't take it properly. I just wish Jade was clean and crisper in the ring. That's all. I'm not gonna complain anymore. I'm just saying I wish she was more before she came to this stage. I wish she was more refined because she's now getting build right to be at the very top, and her ability hasn't been refined for me as yet. And I just wish it was more. That's all. But I don't want to be too negative because I'm enjoying it. So
Yeah, she's just starting her
nice.
career in WWE, and it's because she's got such a following that they put her in this situation already. Because we remember Veer that they showcased him for, and they said he was gonna. He never showed up, and then they dropped him. If he had a following like her, they wouldn't have dropped him. Oh no, I'm not feeling this. Come on, B. Oh my gosh, imagine they pull that on us and they retain. Oh my lord, that would
Oh, we go. I was waiting for this.
Together. Yeah.
Girls.
Double slam.
You know, also aesthetically, it just looks good. These two are very similar in shape, very similar in build.
Oh. The link works, but this link is for your channel, not the football one. So I'm not sure what
That's jokes.
I swear you were on.
I don't know what else. I don't know what else to take. Copy. And Control V. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, that's interesting because we just literally copied and pasted from his YouTube channel.
Hey, what a move!
Oh yeah, when I click the link, it goes back. It goes into Divergent Wisdom. It doesn't go to that.
Even though I'm taking it from.
Yeah, I don't know why. That's interesting. You know what? I'm sure if I just put at, let me try that. What your at is, Chosen Wisdom Football. This guy knows ball for real, by the way. I grew up in a family of ballers and football heads, so I know. Let's see. Can you see this? The at, I don't know if it works, you can click on them. Ooh, all in the game. Montez and Bianca, the most athletic couple ever. Sorry, I missed your comment earlier. Yeah.
Oh no, they're gonna win.
No, thank God, Jade. Woo!
Woo!
Thank goodness for Jade.
Stressville.
Can you guys see the link now? It's not a link, it's just the at.
It's alright, guys. Anyway, we'll.
Oh, perfect. Now if you found it, great. Thank you.
Hey.
Share it around your group.
Hey, whoa! Well done. This is sick.
Wow, Jade. Wow. Thank you. Thank you for the subscription to Chosen Wisdom. Now subscribe to your football channel.
Excellent. There we go.
We will be doing Arsenal
This is
versus
it.
United.
This is it. Oi!
Yes! Bianca went and took that. She was like, give me that title right away. Yes! They're checking there. Jay just told her, check your top. Well done, girls. Well done, ladies.
That sequence of them was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, someone's using their scarf.
See, that's what I'm
The
saying.
headscarf.
Well done. This is nice. That sequence there was so bad. Kick a flick up, flick up. Boy, it was beautiful. Flick up. That if that is their finisher, their tag team finisher, oi.
What
These
a
two,
finisher.
yeah. Oi. All I'm saying is oi.
What a finish.
Now dominate and destroy.
Huh?
Book these two like flipping. Yeah, book them properly. Don't have no Becky Lynch come in and squash them in 26 seconds. Yeah. Don't do any of those foolishness. I'll punch a man in his face. Just book them as a dominant, like you booking Rhea. Book them like that. If anything, be bold. Because they're going to be tag team champions,
Yeah.
appear on both show. Be bold, and in 6 months' time, also give them both the singles titles.
Yeah.
Give Bianca, feed Becky Bailey to Bianca, and feed Becky to Jade, and have them dominate for a year, and then have them do the typical, break up if you want, and then have Jade versus Bianca at WrestleMania if you want. You can do that.
I think that Jade made a mistake during the match because when she was hugging Bianca, she kept saying I'm sorry, and Bianca was saying it's okay, it's okay.
Jade.
And Jade looks disappointed.
Yeah.
Face.
Yeah, because that match, Bianca Belair's matches at pay-per-views, whether you like her or not, are always usually clean, crisp. And if there's a mistake, it's usually because Becky's kicked her in the eye. And she can't.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm
it's
saying?
not her botch.
Yeah.
She receives the botch.
I'm not going to lie to you, there were a few botches in that match. And like I said, I didn't want to be too negative while watching it because I do like the ladies. But if I'm going to be objective and be real, there were a few botches in that match. And Jade, if I'm going to be honest, she, like the way that Bianca Belair is it's probably is, yeah. When you're next to Bianca, I think it just shows how good she is. She's good at selling. The way that Bianca's selling everything, the way that she flips, and sometimes people say she oversells. But the way she sells, for someone who's supposed to be so big and strong and lift people over, she also makes other people look good. When she's facing Liv Morgans and stuff, when Liv Morgan kicks her, she goes flying. She does a little flip backwards and she kicks her legs back. Sometimes that's not good. Sometimes I'm like, Bianca, be more stiff like Nia. Be more stiff like Nia Jax or Jade. Because when you're stiff sometimes, it just makes you look stronger like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
But Bianca sells everything, so... And she's strong. So it's so confusing watching Bianca.
Okay. Press conference immediately following this will be Bianca and Jade.
But yeah, Jade, there was a few moments in that match where, like, even when the referee was like, you haven't tagged in, and you're trying to pin her, and there was a moment in the match where Jade was like, she just fell down and she's laid down. She laid down without even getting hit.
Yeah.
So one of the Kabuki Warriors could do the arm drag on her. It was just some moments in that match weren't the cleanest.
Oh.
And if I'm going to be honest, a lot of those moments that weren't the cleanest involved Jade. But I think with Bianca Belair with her, hopefully, the thing is, Jade is 31, 32. She's not a child. She's not a kid either. But I think she'll improve. The match was a good match. I enjoyed it. And yeah, hopefully they'll go on and have a very dominant run. Yeah, I'm content with that, to be honest. What do you guys think, man? Let me know.
Now it feels like this tag team champs reign will bang. It will. It's going to be something we haven't really seen before. 2 black women holding the belt, dominant.
I mean, when Sasha and Bailey were champions, I liked it. They were heels, and I liked it. And I think when they were champions, they were both tag champs and also the single champions of the respective brands. And I think that's why I have that idea where they could do that with these two.
Yeah.
They really could. But the match was a good match. I'm glad they're champions. It could have been better. Could have been cleaner. Could have been crisper. But It is what it is, man.
Yeah, yeah, all in the game. It was good, but there's room for improvement. There is room for improvement. You pointed out already the parts that Jade is. I think when Jade looks back in her career, just like all of us, when we have those moments at work or whatever, we're like, oh, I didn't do it as good as I could have, and I made some mistakes. My first ever. It's okay. You're gonna look back and enjoy that moment, but she looks so disappointed in herself.
Especially at the moment when she's getting.
She's just won the
Won,
tag team
yeah, yeah,
champions with Bianca, and you look upset.
Why does Zelina Vega look like a skeleton or a mummy? That photo of her, she just look old.
Oh,
Zelina
yeah,
Vega.
they might have done they've not chosen a best picture.
This changes everything because, like I said, if you've got these two, and they're tag champs, they're appearing on both brands. Good.
Can you imagine the genes of any kids of Bianca and Montez Ford?
Just flipping around, hopping around on jumping on the ceiling, hanging upside down, swinging from chandeliers in a house. Get down!
Imagine the baby is like, I just want to be a lawyer. It's like, I'm not athletic at all. Imagine it skips a generation.
I mean, Bianca's 35, 36 now, isn't it? So, well, 34. I don't know. She's around that age. So she's getting on, you know.
Well, we know that we watched their documentary. We know that they were trying to get pregnant, but it's not been successful so far.
So we got one match left, yeah? Cody.
Oh, AJ got the blowout. I love that. I know AJ takes it seriously when he gets the blowout.
I love the fact, yeah, that you always notice things that I don't even notice because I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care. Why would you care? You don't have to care. I don't care. I just know.
Oh, you just notice his hair and how straight his hair is.
This guy's trying it. Cody Rhodes is wearing a French t-shirt underneath his. That's a French sports shirt.
That's good.
He has to proper like.
But that's what I mean. He's a face. That's what baby faces do. To be fair,
He's just.
yes,
That's what something to say to me. I don't understand what. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people love Cody. I don't even dislike him. I'm just. I was excited. His first entrance. What was it? And he came up and he was wearing that coat. I was like, oh, that's cool. And this next week is when doing the same. I was like, oh.
I don't understand the American, like, why is it called the American, like, you know, when can he actually explain to me why he's called the American Nightmare?
Yeah.
Because why not? Like, he's a good guy. He's the face.
Yeah.
But his name's American Nightmare.
Yeah.
And I've never understood this is name in general. Is it because he's living a nightmare? Because he's now like I just never understood it because his dad is American Dream.
They just made a play on it.
And but because your dad's the American Dream, you decided to call yourself the American Nightmare. But I want to know why. Not because it's the opposite of Dream. The opposite of Dream is Nightmare. Let's call myself American Nightmare and do a whole royal family wrestling legacy thing. But why are you called a Nightmare if you're the good guy? I want that to be flashed out to me, or anybody to explain that to me personally.
And isn't Rhea also Nightmare? Someone else has got Nightmare in there.
Yeah, Rhea is the isn't she? Well, she's listen. My beef with Rhea is different. She's Mammy. She's Eradicator. She's a Nightmare. Like I said, Rhea's gone through so many incarnations of her character already. And I always tell people, listen, if you got to change character so many times to maintain relevance, keep like a Seth Rollins had to keep tweaking, change character, while Roman can just be the one same guy and be over. It shows versatility and it shows a lot of things that are positive, but it also shows that your character isn't long lasting. That's what it shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's not long lasting. The character you have to keep changing in order to be relevant.
The one the gimmick she's got now will last.
Yeah.
Mummy.
I mean, Rhea's gimmick is just sexual. It's all the whole gimmick is the fact that she's a Dom of Dom. I mean, Dom's name is Dom. It's in the name, and the whole relationship and the whole the way she pins people and Mammy. The whole thing is
always on top.
Mummy's always on top. That's another reason why I'm kind of off Rhea is because she's had to use sex to get over. Mm-hmm. She's had to lean into that to get over.
Yeah.
She tried all the Nightmare, the Eradicator, and that never really got over. But now this whole Mammy and Mammy's always on top, that is working, especially with the adult crowd, and it's sex, and it's like, oh, women have been trying their best. The Becky Lynches of this world have been trying their best to to move away from only sex sells when it comes to women.
Yeah.
Right. But then Rhea's and some other women are just trying to bring it back. And that's why I'm glad, even though Bianca she might look good, but she's never used sex to get over.
No.
It's always been, I'm the EST, I'm the strongest, it's never, she doesn't go anywhere near that
Yeah.
to get over, you know? So say what you will. With regards to Cody, I mean, I don't want to come across like a Cody hater.
No, you're not, because
But
you've enjoyed Cody.
I like Cody, but I'm just like, I just question some things with regards to Cody. That's all. I think Cody's been artificially boosted. I don't think the some love that he's got is long lasting.
No,
I think if they don't book him properly,
you won't know.
if they don't book Cody properly, he could easily lose a lot of this momentum that he's got.
Yeah. I think they've got a massive
And without
plan for
talking
him.
about Dusty Rhodes in every single promo that he does,
My father,
how are we gonna keep things fresh?
my mother, my wife.
Because now that he can't talk about finishing the story, we need to find new avenues of interest.
Yes.
Right? We can't keep talking about finishing the story, guys. So we need to find new avenues of interest. And I don't know if we're always gonna find these new avenues of interest to selling these, because he's the guy now. He has to sell the pay-per-views. He is, Roman Reigns will attract 2 million views on SmackDown live. Is Cody Rhodes gonna do that? I don't know, because Cody Rhodes, of course, he's taken some of his AEW fans has followed him over to WWE, and so and all these things. But I don't know. We'll see, guys.
Yeah.
We will see. But I don't. Yeah, you know me. I'm always conscious of being too negative.
Yeah. No,
I don't want to.
I do, because I follow a lot of threads and I look at what people think. I think I was mentioning there's someone who started a thread just saying that they're going to, like, logically and what's the word when you're like impartially just review Cody's promos and his presence on each show each week and what it looks like. And they made a really good point with the Carmelo Hayes segment. They were like, they're always having like to put Cody next to Triple H as well to give him the.
Yeah.
And so he was co-announcer with Triple H, and then got challenged immediately by a new person.
That's one way to keep him. That's what they did with John Cena. They let John Cena be not just a wrestler, but be like the company guy that announces stuff.
Yeah.
To keep him as the ultimate. You can't boo someone like that. You can't boo somebody who's
giving you the information you
need to hear. You can't boo somebody who's always doing the whole Make-A-Wish, always seeing kids. It's very hard to boo that, but even if they become boring and stale. So the more they align Cody with all of those things, the more they align Cody with company related things, it's cementing him as, I guess, the ultimate babyface.
What are they singing for AJ?
I don't know.
Like, don't get twisted. The French have a lot of chants.
It sounds like a football chant.
Yeah, the French football chants are legendary. If you saw when France won the
look at the
World
crowd.
Cup.
What are they saying?
I am glad that AJ's getting this sort of welcome, and because also the whole American thing, we're not American out here. If France isn't American, we're not. So we're like,
I think that's also a problem. I think Americans, and especially wrestling companies, which most of them are in North America, right?
Yeah.
They don't always know how things translate over to the UK. That's why I would love for wrestling, WWE, to go to Africa. To go somewhere that's not
Lagos.
That's not 99% white. Everywhere they've ever been, has been Europe or America or Australia, very, very white. I wanted to once go somewhere where it's just black people and just see what kind of reaction these stars get.
Yeah.
Probably be similar, but
Oh yeah. We're not saying at all that people don't have love for other like Cody Rhodes and shit stuff, but you get a different vibe.
Whoa.
Something all the way and something all the way. Something do. Don't know the words. You're not meant to. How big's the crowd? I think they mentioned the crowd was like 11,000 strong or something tonight. Okay, so All in the game. Zoe Stark is pure tomboy energy vibes. You
That's-
make a good point.
That's why I said she's when I think of Zoe Stark, man, I think of Sarah Connor from Terminator.
You don't even want to fight Zoe Stark.
I don't want to fight Zoe Stark.
No man wants to win it with her either.
She got like okay, I gotta be careful what I say, but you know Zoe Stark has when I see a woman with a very strong jawline, it sometimes it screams. I don't know, I gotta be careful what I say. Sometimes it screams masculinity. But it does. I think naturally.
We've prescribed in the Western world. We've prescribed this strong jaws with masculinity, but actually across the world, it's not even. So it's just like
but she's very. Yeah, I agree.
But she is strong and she is like she's got firm features, and I like that about her. But interestingly, though, she did post a tweet when she went, I think, to maybe Love and WWE opening, wearing a dress, and she was like, "Listen, I'm not just a tomboy. I do like wearing dresses too. I do like getting glammed up." So it's kind of like even tomboys,
man,
have to be that way.
Nobody's one way. That's the thing about labels, as you all know. Labels are just it just sums you up with one word. Nobody's one thing all the time, every time, bruv. It's dumb. Like that never makes sense.
Interesting. Good point. All in the game says, I wish Becky would put a little bit of muscle on. She's too skinny for as a wrestler.
Becky.
French people are like, no, you can't start until we finish the song. For AJ, for Randy, for Cody, now you can start.
It's weird. I like the way that rock songs are always the songs that I sung. Like I said, I'm like rock.
Mama Rhodes.
These little rock songs, man. Get out of there, man. Rock music isn't the most popular music in the world. Pop is like literally hip hop and pop, but those songs aren't sung. This is what I'm saying about the wrestling crowd. The wrestling crowd are generally certain type of people.
Certain demographics.
Yeah, certain demographics. Yeah. Even the songs that they chant and they get involved in are the very like rocky songs. And I'm like, bro, those aren't rock. Isn't even popular music. What? It doesn't make sense to me anyway. A lot of the times. No, what is they? Look how they jumping and bouncing.
They're going hard for AJ.
How do you know it's AJ? I can't even hear what they're chanting.
No, but whatever song they're singing, it's not to do with AJ, but it's a French chant that they're applying to him because they're not doing it for anyone else. They haven't done it for anyone else all night.
I don't know.
Maybe they do it for Cody now.
They're using this camera a lot now, innit? What is this camera? This sort of like the camera that makes the foreground or the background a bit blurry, and I don't know.
Now I'm saying, look at the crowd, how it's like blowing his mind. Like, that's why I think in America they don't understand. There are crowds out there that will get like this, but you just have people like, what? They do the same things every week.
I think, like I said, when you come out of America, sometimes it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Americans are stupid. Now let's be honest. Americans are the dumbest people. As a collective, Americans, everybody looks down on America. They're literally the dumbest people on this planet. And the reason why, like, you literally have 300, 400 million people there, and you have literally like so many people that are not educated. That I just think America is the center of the world. It's because America is so self-centered. You don't get a chance to think outside of yourself and think outside of America and think about the world. Loads of people think in America, think, people in London have tea with the Queen. Like, Americans are some of the dumbest people. And so in order to get over in America, in order to become president in America, you just have to just say the basic things.
That's why I can't like code it in that because it's coming out too politician-y.
Like, look at people at LA Night. All he has to go is, yeah. And then LA Night, yeah, and everyone loves him. Like, you don't need to do much yet in America, and especially in wrestling, to get over, apart from be obnoxious, have a couple chants, and be like, do you know what I'm saying? And the type of people who watch wrestling are usually, let's be honest, not the most intelligent and sophisticated people. They're usually drunk, and they're usually
in the crowd,
yeah, right. They're usually sort of not the let's be honest, not the smartest people.
Now in our camp as well, I said, with my full respect, the American crowd is boring. Yeah.
It's dumb. It's and they're stuck in their ways as well. It's the whole like what chants that ruin every promo. Listen, I get why you guys do the what, but
Yeah.
through every heel promo, I'm like, oh, you guys are so dumb and boring.
Well, yeah. Maybe we'll see something different. Let them get influenced. By the way, guys, Easter egg. Do you ever notice the guy in his Trini t-shirt that's always at every week in SmackDown or Raw and every pay-per-view? I don't know how he affords to keep up with this. He must be like rich.
That's nice.
Let's go, Cody, AJ Styles.
I like when it's like that.
I like that too.
I like that, yeah.
Because this crowd's just happy to get to see this. They want to enjoy every part of it. I just think if AJ and Cody was really fighting for real, AJ would win. So it's gonna be annoying that he won't win today. Oh, there was supposed to be a major announcement today as well. Where is the good point now? Where's the major announcement? Is it coming after? Or are they doing it in the press conference? Yeah, all in the game season 2. The Trini guy's always there. Yeah.
How does it work, got it? Does he get paid? He must. I'm assuming WWE gave him a season, some sort of ticket for all the. Because if you're a certain fan, you get
maybe if you're like a certain tier fan, maybe you'll get priority for things back behind the
because
scenes.
at the end of the day, they need these seats to be filled.
Yeah.
The seats at the front are very important for you to take. The people at the front need to take part. They need to chair. They're the ones sometimes that set the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know how it works because I'm sure he's not spending all that money on those tickets himself and flying to France and all the. Maybe he is. I don't know, but
ooh.
I can't believe it. Yeah, can we just take a step back about Cody Rhodes? Yeah, and understand what has happened. He left WWE because he reached a ceiling, right? In his opinion, and he couldn't go any further, and he wasn't given. Basically, he left WWE because you could argue he wasn't able to fulfill his ambitions. Essentially, you could argue not good enough to be the top guy. He left, right? Joined a new company, helped establish that new company as a legitimate rival to WWE.
True.
Right? Then people in that company started saying that he was stale, he was boring.
What kind
and after a while,
just a cartwheel.
Stardust. And after a while, he left, right? Came to WWE. Seth Rollins was like, listen, how can you literally leave WWE, join its rival, help establish its rival, and then come back here with like a red carpet? The thing that annoys me and will always annoy me about Cody Rhodes' return, which is why I don't think he deserves this, is that Seth Rollins was at the top when he came back. After Roman, it was Seth, right? He beat Seth Rollins 3 times in a row. So, like, I wouldn't mind if they said best out of 3, Cody wins the first, Seth wins the second match, and then Cody wins the third, right?
Yeah.
He squashed Seth 3 out of 3 matches they had, and Cody beat him all the time. To the point where man was injured. He had one arm.
Yep.
In Hell in a Cell, and he still beat Seth. When I saw that, how he was being booked. Wow.
CM Punk was like,
wow, their jump. Wow.
La la la.
Anyway, like the fact that they fed Seth Rollins to this guy, and then, like I said, Brock Lesnar, somebody who Roman was trying to beat for like 3 years and he couldn't beat, he managed to beat Brock Lesnar twice. And I'm like, no. The way that this guy's been booked, bruv, it's lies. This skinny Cody Rhodes guy is beating Brock Lesnar. Like, no.
Yeah.
And that, for some reason, it kind of turned me off because I thought, no, this is fake.
You know what?
This is fake.
I have to be honest. The Hell in a Cell match, I didn't watch it. I watched the pay-per-view and I refused to watch when Cody was injured with the bruise because I just felt like there was something very egotistical about it. Like, you're injured, bro. Take a step back, like Rhea's had to, like Jimmy has to, like Dom has to, right? And like CM has to, and come back when you're ready. But
It's
he
too-
pushed through, damaged himself further
Yeah. In so many ways,
to
you look
get
at
the
look at-
sympathy. I don't like that.
It worked though.
Yeah, but I don't like
He will argue that I couldn't let the fans down.
No, you can let yourself down in your ego, sir. And I'm not. It's not just him. All these guys have to have an ego to want to be on TV like this and be.
Wrestlers are very egotistical. Wrestlers are very narcissistic.
Yeah.
Like the mentality of that you need to have to be a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the first place, it's a very unique mentality.
Okay. All in the game. Cody's from Georgia, but doesn't have the southern twang in his accent like he should. Would add to him if he had it, in my opinion. It's true. That's why I find him bland, because I'm like, you're from Georgia. People I know from Georgia. Well, hi there. You get a little something at some
It's
point
true.
in Atlanta.
You know what? Yeah, it's very weird because when AJ was saying we're both from Georgia,
Yeah, you can hear
I was like, hold on a second. You're both from Georgia?
Mm.
This guy isn't from
He
Georgia.
might be from the country, Georgia. That's why. I'm checking.
But yeah.
Okay, guys, I just gotta stand up quickly to make sure I plug the camera back in, charge the camera, because it's the longest live stream we've done, and the battery is lowering itself.
Bato Rez, in the wise words of Ali G in the house. Ali G in the house. Bato Rez. No Ali A, no Ali B, no Ali C, no Ali D, no Ali E, no Ali F, but Ali
G.
Yeah. I am Borat. This guy, man.
Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna jiggle.
Bear with me. Wolf with me. Tiger with me. Lion with me. Elephant with me. Brown bear with me. Okay, at least one thing is sure. Now that Roman is gone, the top of the card and the matches we're going to get at the top of the card are going to be refreshing. Yeah, we're going to be refreshed by these matches for sure. But it's not going to have the same feel. Rock tried his best. The whole point of Rock and everyone and John Cena and everyone coming back was to create the biggest star in the world in Cody Rhodes. But one thing Cody Rhodes doesn't have that John Cena has, that Rock has, that Austin has. These guys, they have charisma, yeah, coming out of their ears, all of these guys. The Rock can cut a promo that electrifies you. Cena can cut a promo that electrifies. All of these top guys, I don't think I've ever been involved or had a Cody promo that I thought, yes, he's electrifying. He's got me. It's always like, yes, what do you guys want to talk about?
I'm like, why are you asking me what you want to talk about? Don't you?
You see, I want to talk about Roman Reigns. He is your tribal chief, and he's the greatest champion ever.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, oh, okay, Cody. Like, oh, all right.
You know what though, and I'm saying this no shade. I actually mean this legitimately. Like, he represents for speech impediment as well. That's actually important. I don't think about that. He's got a strong list, but that's
good point.
And they say he's the face of the company.
Representation matters.
It does.
So if you got a speech impediment, if you got a lisp, if you're albino like Bianca Blair's nephew, and you got blonde hair, Cody Rhodes isn't albino, but
but he's got blonde hair now,
yeah.
And we know her nephew looks up to Cody. He's her favorite. He's his favorite.
But what's Cody supposed to represent? That's what I don't understand.
America.
That's my problem with Cody's character.
Yeah.
I think it is, because I'm anti-establishment, yeah, and I don't like.
So am I.
America's I don't. The fact that he's got American flag. I don't know.
Tattooed on his skin, you know. I ain't getting no country tattooed on like flag on me.
Because all Cody Rhodes stood for was finishing his story. That's all he stood for. Finishing his story.
You know what they should do?
There needs to be more.
You should release a children's book.
About
children, we can read stories. Finish your stories.
From the top rope. Well, it's not top rope. Middle ropes, actually.
So when do you guys think Cody's going to drop the belt? How many more months of this do we have to work through?
Work through together.
We'll work through it together, guys.
Nah, this is nah. It won't be that bad.
It's not terrible. But
No.
I'm
Cody's. Let's put things into perspective. Fundamentally, I like Cody.
yeah.
I don't hate. Fundamentally, I like Cody. I just wish the way he was booked wasn't so just easy.
Into the corner, he's hurt, maybe hurt bad.
And I just don't think he is. I don't think he's him. But put it this way, I think Carmelo Hayes, yeah, is a bigger star potentially than Cody. Carmelo Hayes is not even is a potentially a much bigger star than Cody could ever be. I don't think you can do much with Cody's gimmick now. I don't think. Do you know what I'm saying? He can't be larger than life. I don't think he can with the gimmick he's got. But we'll see. Because he's got American in his name. I'm trying to say it's got. Oi! Also, it's because I know that there's no way Cody's gonna lose this match. No way.
No.
So I haven't really bought into this match.
It's true.
As I could have bought into other matches because I know that you can't spend all this time hyping this guy and booking this guy and then have him lose his first title defense. That's impossible.
Yeah, it would be kind of crazy. I'm glad that AJ's getting the love from the crowd and this reception.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Seth, AJ Styles, maybe not now, but definitely when he's my top. Him and Seth Rollins at one time were like two of my favorite wrestlers. Like between those ropes, those two, especially when they had matches against each other. Oh my gosh, I used to love those. Yeah, they were just amazing.
I say that I've seen.
Even now, I'll go as far as say AJ Styles is, for me, still top 10. For me. Yeah, definitely top 10. I love AJ Styles, man.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think when him and Omos were working together.
Oh yeah, him and
such an
that was
fun and creative time.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was such a fun time. Him and Omos.
Sometimes Omos would throw him on.
No, I love AJ, man. AJ is so under.
He's that guy.
Is he underrated? I don't think he's underrated. Actually, I think people know how good he is.
He might be underrated in not that people don't know how good he is, but that he's not really brought up much to be like, well, hang on, he could easily hold a belt.
But he has. I mean, SmackDown is a place where that AJ Styles built. He was SmackDown champion for a while. He held that same title that Cody has. He's held that title for a good while. He has it twice, I think.
Yeah. Okay, this question's a good one, and I'm going to start with. Boom, boom, boom.
Whoop. Wait.
Whoop
that trick.
Yeah.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
I like it.
All right. We're going to talk.
Can Whoop That Trick Williams work outside of NXT?
Yeah.
I think
he's already. No, wait, hold a second. He's already. You've already had like a segment where The Rock is on a microphone and The Rock was interrupted by Whoop. To be honest, let's be real. The Rock was interrupted by Whoop That Trick chants.
When Trick wasn't even there.
No, but in that town, Whoop That Trick. Don't forget, Whoop That Trick is a phrase before Trick Williams.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and many teams in America have that chant anyway.
Yeah.
So that chant of Whoop That Trick wasn't actually for Trick Williams. It wasn't. It was just Whoop That Trick. I think this is my opinion on Trick Williams. When I was watching wrestling, I said that Carmelo Hayes is him. And I think Trick Williams helped Carmelo Hayes because for some reason I think Carmelo Hayes just looks better when he's got someone behind him, someone backing him up. Because he's small. And I said, you know what? In time, I said Trick Williams could even be bigger than Carmelo Hayes because he's taller, he's just bigger, he's more imposing, and he's really good on the microphone. Like he's not, his words aren't clean, he doesn't speak cleanly, but he has a flow, he has a cadence and a style that nobody else can match. As much as I don't like LA Knight, and I think LA Knight is copying The Rock and LA Knight is copying Austin and he's taking people's styles. LA Knight is still creating a style that's a bit unique-ish, and I think I I think Trick is the same. This is my issue now with Trick. I like Trick. I think the chant is actually more over than he is.
Mm.
I think the whoop that Trick chant, yeah, is so easy to get behind. The beat is so nice. It makes you feel good. Just like the Jey Uso thing, yeah. Those stuff are always more over than the artists themselves.
Yeah.
And I think the whoop that Trick chant is giving everyone a false perception of where actually Trick Williams is in his development. Trick is
That's fair.
whoa through the table. Oh shoot, AJ. Whoa. I think Trick Williams is very green. He's similar to when I think of Jade, in terms of her gimmick is bigger than her wrestling ability. I think it's Trick's the same. Trick's more over than his actual wrestling ability. Hence why I think Trick needs to stay in NXT for at least another year. Keep refining his moves,
Yeah.
keep refining his ability. However, his charisma, put this way, if Carmelo in his first sort of like proper night on SmackDown can leave the mark he's made, Trick
Yeah.
can. Trick is after a year, Trick is ready right now for the main roster, but I don't think wrestling wise he's not ready. Do you know what I'm trying to say? There's always a Jade Cargill wrestling wise, as we've seen on a major pay-per-view, the way she's botched today, people are going to be talking about it, right?
Yeah.
And I think let's not push Trick into a space where he doesn't need to be, where he can be vulnerable, where people can just cuss him and be like, oh, he's rubbish.
Yeah.
Keep him at NXT for at least another year or so. So the answer to the question is, I think, yes, he can work outside NXT, but let's not rush him because he's over with the crowd. Let's just make sure he's ready wrestling wise.
I agree.
That's all I'll say about Trick. But yeah, I'm all in for Trick Williams.
I agree. And personally, I think what him and Lash Legend are now doing, bringing their relationship into the dynamic, whereas like other couples don't always do. Like Miz has done with his wife, but Bianca and Montez choose not to have that on screen, and I think that they have it in their show, but not in wrestling yet. And I think that's gonna help with build Trick to have something that people want, a storyline that runs alongside the wrestling.
The more sides of usually not always, usually the more sides to a character that you see, more sides to a character you see, the more you can relate to them. Because if someone just shows I'm evil, and you're a good person, you're not going to relate. But I'm evil, and I'm also good. Oh, I can relate. So the more sides of more characters flushed out, like Rhea's doing well because Rhea's character's flushed out. You see Rhea on so many different situations. You get a character formed.
Yeah.
As I said, Bianca Belair, her character is not as flushed out because she's always by herself.
Yeah, she's not.
There's no one for her to interact with, for her to flush out her character.
Her 3D. Yeah.
Now that she's with Jade and stuff, you've seen her get angry. You've seen her get upset. You've seen the character flushed out a bit more. And I think Trick Williams, or when you include your partner or any sort of relationship, that's another side of your character you have to show, right?
Exactly.
The loving part of your character.
Exactly.
Bianca Belair you haven't seen it with Bianca yet because she's not on screen with her hubby. So, the opportunities you get to flush out more of your character on screen, take them. That's all that.
What is that?
Cody Rhodes went.
Is that some sort of? Oh, I see you shout Congolese flag in the crowd. That was awesome. Ooh, good question.
That was awesome.
All in the game says save Trick for a Royal Rumble appearance. Let him win the Royal Rumble, maybe.
No.
Just appear.
You can't let him win the Rumble because if you win the Royal Rumble, you mean you main event WrestleMania.
True, but like when he's ready to come up, because he's already held the title in.
Yeah. But I think, I hear what you're saying. I think that comment is like this.
Just show up.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, there's 30 men in the Royal Rumble. Why not have one of the?
Wait, did he come out already in the Royal Rumble?
I don't think he has. Carmelo has, but I don't think
Carmelo did.
I don't think Trick has. I'm not gonna lie to you. I miss the Trick Mello gang. I wonder if that will ever come back. I think if when they bring Trick back onto the main roster, if they can ever bring that back up again, because when those two were together, it was really good. The chemistry that they had it was magic.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, all in the game. Yeah, I misunderstood. You're right. Come in and get that big pop. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be winning the Royal Rumble. That's crazy. Oh yeah, my other grievance for Cody Rhodes is that he's the first man. Are you gonna tell me that Cody Rhodes is the first man in history to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles when like CM, like The Rock exists, Austin exists, Roman, all these wrestlers existed, and this is the guy that won the first guy to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles. The thing is, if any other female, anyone else won back-to-back Royal Rumbles, the people would have hated it. How can you win two Royal Rumbles in a
Yeah.
row?
People would be wasting
How dare
it.
you wasting it? But when Cody Rhodes wins two Royal Rumbles in a row, everyone's like, yeah, he deserves it. He worked hard for it. This man was been injured for 9 months, yeah.
And he did it to himself, by the way, the injury.
This man was injured for 9 months. He didn't appear on WWE TV for so long, yeah. And what he worked hard to deserve two Royal Rumble wins in a row, bro.
No, we can't agree with that.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I sound like a justice warrior. I sound like a justice warrior when it comes to WWE when I'm trying to add logic and objectivity into something that's just entertainment.
Mm.
Like, I know it's a losing battle here, but
It's always harder to write the secret. That's what Cody's trying to do now. But Styles up on his shoulders.
ooh,
It'll be interesting if Cody gets injured again and has to give up the title.
something I don't like about it. Man just gave him that move where he landed on his neck and he just got up. He no-sold that nicely.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. That the Cody Carter didn't.
Mm. Look at Cody with all the moles on his head and his neck. So many.
That neurodivergent brain just noticing all this stuff.
Sorry, I wasn't supposed to. So I wasn't supposed to see that. Sorry. It's not bad. It's not. I'm just noticing it. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying he's got loads of moles. That's all.
Mm.
You know, it's Cody. That's just it. He's moldy. You know.
I thought he says Cody. He's moldy. Moldy.
He's
No, he's moly.
Moldy.
Fight
Forever.
forever.
It's a good match. But to be honest, these two weren't gonna put on a crap match. These two were always gonna do something good. Clothesline to
Ooh.
AJ.
He's got AJ's hair on his face. That's funny.
There you go.
Okay, AJ.
Pele kick. Funny enough, yeah.
Pele.
Obviously, Pele's name is Pele, but Americans as always want to botch everything and not do anything right. Pele kick, bro.
A Pele kick.
His name was Pele. And in Europe, we don't call it a Pele kick either. In Europe, do you know what we call it? We either call it bicycle kick or overhead kick.
Yeah.
Pele kick. Oi, super kick.
Is AJ being subliminal with the purple and the black? Is he heading towards Judgment Day? What's going on? No, I'm joking.
Cody.
Well, is he gonna do a submission rather than even a pin? Wow. There's a fly in here. You don't pay rent, get out.
We got AJ Styles chance. All right, AJ.
He's doing Bianca's move. I'm joking. It's not Bianca's move.
That's funny.
La 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 la. That's a proper football chant. See,
There you go.
Oh,
It's done now.
Sister
No.
Abigail. No, I'm joking.
It's a weird match to watch because we know it's
Yeah.
AJ is not going to win.
Mm-mm.
And these matches are always like, as much I want to watch and I want to admire the good wrestling, and I know the outcome. And matches where you already know the outcome is never good. Because wrestling's fake and all these things. And if you're 99.9% certain this guy's gonna win, then all you're doing is sitting there waiting for the guy to win. Sometimes. It depends how you watch it, right?
I don't like that
There
thing
you
that he
go.
does, you know.
Because what?
Why does Cody do that? That's almost like Roman Reigns does that before he used to
I mean,
go
a lot of people,
like that.
yeah, a lot of people do something similar to that. To be fair,
Yeah, I see you, my hijabi sister in the front row. I saw her swinging her hijab for Bianca as well.
there you go.
Mama Rhodes, your son,
How
is still
good?
champion.
All right, now that it's over, I don't even know how do I analyze this pay per view. I think the crowd made this pay per view.
Yeah, they carried it a lot.
You
They were the 12th match.
know what I'm thinking about? These exact same matches going the exact same way, but in a local American crowd.
Oh no,
What it would be like?
it was
I
different.
think 30% of this pay per view was the crowd.
Yeah, I know Triple H is going to say that. One of the first things he's going to say is the crowd made this.
Yeah.
Like, they really
Like,
did.
The matches were okay. The first match was Cody.
AJ.
Yeah.
I mean,
The tag match.
yes.
I like the tag match. Really good match. The triple threat, surprising, was really good actually.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the
really,
triple threat.
really good. I
Um,
love watching Naomi enjoy Bailey winning. So sweet.
Jay against Damien Priest was okay.
Mhm.
I think out of all the matches, that match probably was the match that didn't live up to as much of the hype as I thought he was going to. But it was still a good match. I'm glad, Bianca Belair and Jade, seeing them the first time, proper tag teaming, doing this and that move at the end, yeah. Once we keep refining that, yeah, it's gonna be madness. It's gonna be madness. The match itself was really good, really long. Bianca Belair carried the match, carried Jade. I think she's gonna keep having to carry Jade until Jade gets better. Hopefully she will get better because everyone's been saying for the past 3 years that Jade's green. Past 3 years she's green. When's she gonna stop being green? She's like Bianca Belair stopped being green 3 years ago. And do you know what I'm trying to say? So I think that match I liked it. It could have been better. But it was fun. It was fun. The 4 girls did well. And of course, this match, right at the very end, it was a very, very good match without, I think, even being spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Did this pay-per-view need to exist?
That's a good question.
We've
already got some comments.
Did this pay-per-view need to exist? I'm glad it did exist. It does exist. I'm glad we've gone to France to see this different kind of interactions and whatnot. But at the same time, I don't know.
Well, I mean, the comments are giving us some good feedback. So All in the Game was like 3 hours is too long for 5 matches, which I agree. For us personally, it's gone quickly because we've been talking to you guys as well, so it's been really enjoyable for us.
Good point. You realize it's only been 5 matches
in this whole 3 hours.
Usually 3 hours is 6-7 matches going on.
Yeah, and they sometimes have like a tournament thrown in there or some.
Yeah.
And they usually have more promos thrown in there, and they have more guest spots. So
there was nothing really backstage too much here or anything. It's interesting that because I still think it went quite quickly.
It did.
Maybe because we're filming.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then now off as well said you thought the show was all right. Yeah, I think because I'm just a genuinely excitable person, I really enjoyed it. But like tomorrow when I'm like, oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
I'm not gonna lie, we're having fun at the moment. But
Yeah,
like I said, I think I've analysed it okay. I think it wasn't spectacular. It wasn't amazing. I think the crowd played a large part in making it good. It was okay. It was
Yeah.
alright. I had fun. It wasn't bad. There were some moments in it that were a bit. But all in all, once you balance all the matches out, the best matches and the worst matches, it was an okay pay per view. I had fun, and I think the wrestlers had fun today.
yeah,
To come out of America, to come out of certain environments, to come out of a typical environment, and Naomi getting a bit of cheer and all these things. It was just nice for them to just wrestle in a different environment. Like I said, did this pay per view need to exist? Could they have built more matches for Backlash? Could they have done a Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan at Backlash as well? Could they have had the tag team titles on the line rather than having the Street Profits face, have their match yesterday? Could have done all these things. They could have done more to build up matches for this event, maybe.
yeah,
It is what it is, man.
yeah. I wonder what. I guess this big announcement that was supposed to come hasn't come yet, so I'm assuming Triple H is going to make it during the press conference. I'm interested in the press conference because of Bianca Belair and Jade, and I'm wondering how the media are gonna,
Do it.
ask their questions and stuff.
I think we're reaching the end of our road now in this one. I think I think Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. I'm happy that they won. I'm looking forward to see what's in store for them in general. And yeah, I had fun, guys. I think we're gonna. I don't know actually. I'm thinking.
Oh, thank you. The constant chat made it fly by, and the crowd definitely helped. Yeah, I guess this is one of those PLEs where it's not such a bad thing that we were talking a lot through because it was, the matches were long,
I'm
but
not
in
gonna lie.
those
Yeah.
really full shows.
Yeah, right. It's because I'm also fully focused. I'm staring at the screen. I'm watching every detail, so I'm not missing anything. But I'm also talking at the same time. I'm trying to find that balance because I don't know if I'm talking too much, but we need to. When you're watching wrestling, there's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
You're literally seeing so much. You can mention and talk about literally anything from the clothes that they're wearing to the moves that they're doing to the crowd. There's so many things happening at the same time. So if you're just silent, then what are you doing?
Yeah.
I want to see. I don't know if we should stay live for the. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if we stay live for the press conference. Maybe we should not. It's only the press conference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
maybe.
true. It's like I'm thinking, is anyone else gonna
Maybe.
watch do watch-alongs for the press conference? Probably not. People will just tweet or post what they think.
Is it straight after?
I think so. That's what they said, but
Okay, cool, guys. Let's. We'll continue to be live. We're not gonna go anywhere. We're gonna wait until the press conference starts and see what the press conference is about, and if it's really interesting, we'll just continue. So for now, we'll continue. We'll be live. I'm surprised. Shouldn't the press conference literally start
yeah,
straight
that's why
after?
I'm wondering, do you have to come out? No, they should just. I think because AJ and Cody are listed as two of the main people in the press conference, and they just fought. They need to gather themselves.
Yeah, but they won't be. They'll be like the last people
Yeah, that's what I was
to
thinking.
show
They'll be
up at the
last.
press conference, so they
They
they'll
could have
have
just gone
time.
straight into it, really. Thanks for joining us as well, guys.
Yeah.
On our first proper live stream with, our overlay's a bit rudimentary at the moment, but that's because I just made it quickly, and I don't know how to do good overlays yet. Sorry, guys, I just moved it by accident. There you go.
That trick.
I didn't even lock it into the overlay. Let me lock it.
Should we give these matches ratings? I don't like to give ratings.
Yeah, because
Greedy.
it's like I think ratings can sometimes take away from. It's just like when do you play ratings? It can take away from like the nuance of what you've seen. Oh, this was 3 out of 5, but actually some parts of it was a 5 out of 5, and some parts of it was a one. Like
Mm. There wasn't an announcement, like you said.
no,
What does it mean now for what's happening now?
it's doing then now forever. So they're going into the.
Press conference.
Oh yeah, French journalists as well. They might ask better questions than some of these American journalists. No offense to American journalists. West like
So the bloodline is extending, guys.
yeah.
The question I want to ask you is, what do you feel about that? Because I thought the bloodline was coming to an end somehow, but no, this thing is not ending. As
Yeah.
long as there's family members, there's bloodline.
Yeah. And
You
if
know?
they can contain it well.
All right, let's see what this press
So we've got
conference
Byron.
is
Oh,
all
they got a
about.
French guy too.
The first WWE Premium Live event to be held
In France.
included, and now we welcome you to the WWE Backlash.
Yeah, with you guys will definitely get WrestleMania in London. Maybe even next year or the year. No, they've announced the venue. It's Las Vegas, and then maybe the year after.
Social media
During the new mayor's 5-year run, it will happen in that time period. Because that's they've.
I love the new mayor's
I voted for him for that reason.
5-year run.
It's a 5-year run, you know.
Like
He's
his
not a
wrestling.
wrestler. Oh my
The
Lord.
mayor's 5-year run.
He's got a 5-year run, guys.
By the way, guys, in Divergent
Yeah,
coming soon. The Garms are coming soon. ND, you know,
yeah.
all my superpower freaks out there. Superpowers. I don't know why. Listen, I need to be looking here. All the people with superpowers. You know.
Neurodivergent.
But yeah.
Parlez-vous français? No.
Mm.
Ce soir. Alors, si vous voulez participer à cette conférence de presse, nous vous demandons de lever la main.
He's saying, I think my rudimentary understanding is he's saying thank you for having me and being part of the press conference.
All right. Drew Gulak has been released. But isn't Drew Gulak in the news for no, what happened was that Ronda accused him of something.
Oh yes.
Some sort of touching.
Yes.
And he came out and said, no, it was very innocent. Like, it wasn't what she proclaimed it to be.
Okay, we're going straight to Jade and Bianca. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Yes! New tag team champions!
Well done, ladies. Let's see what these girls have to say at least.
Does Jade speak French? Because the accent is 1 point. Way instead of we.
He's asking it in French first.
Jade's nodding like she understands. Have they got simultaneous translation?
Last time you were on a press conference, you said something about the importance of showing a strong role model to little girls that may look like you. Today, you achieved greatness and became women's tag team champions. What does it mean for you to be able to be that role model and show that representation on an international stage this time?
Representation.
I have a 7-year-old at home, and I want her to know that she can do any and everything, regardless of the obstacles.
Okay.
Taking things down every day and making historical moments like we're doing right now. And in the French culture, You know, we're here to show and represent that regardless of the skin tone, regardless of how you look, regardless of where you come from, you can do any and everything and just put your mind to it. You have to piggyback off of that. Representation has always, it's not a request, it's a requirement. It's a quote that I always live by, but I think we've proven tonight that, of course, representation is so important for women, but we have proven tonight with our tag team title match and with Bailey and Tiffany and Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
the way that the women showed up and they showed out tonight, we have proven that people want to see us, that we can put on amazing matches, and that the crowd here and the crowd here was so amazing.
Oh my God.
Yes, they're talking about it.
It's so amazing, but you know, I think we were at a conversation at once upon a time where WWE was doing
Mm.
amazing things with women, and it was the first. But now we're moving on from that, where it's not the first anymore. It's the norm.
Yes.
Normal. And this is just what it's supposed to be. This is the standard. So to be a part of history, but now to be a part of the conversation where the narrative is changing.
Yeah.
And now you have two women of color again. We're tag team champions, and we have been able to do it together again, and we continue to just push that narrative that we are great and people want to see this, and we represent this women's division, and our women's division is so amazing and so talented.
Mm-hmm.
And we have so many amazing women in NXT that are going to come up too and do amazing things. It's just really cool to be at the forefront.
Bianca speak. My problem with Bianca is when she's in this situation, she speaks amazingly well.
Yeah.
Here because the crowd is amazing.
One of one, guys. I mean,
Anytime she's done an interview, here's why she's been pushed. People don't understand why she's been pushed front and center. And I always say, listen, the reason why she's been pushed front and center is this. Put a microphone in her face,
Yeah.
ask her the question, she'll give you she represents the company to the fullest.
Oh, whoops. That's cute.
I'm sorry. For you, winning this title here in France, does it taste different?
She just needs to do better ring promos.
Champion. And I've never been a champion here. Yeah.
Yeah.
First, for both of us, we experienced it together. I've gotten to hold a lot of gold together. I've gotten to do a lot of amazing things in my career. In a very short amount of time, I've gotten to main event WrestleMania. I've gotten to hold multiple titles, but to be able to hold this and be tag team champion, everybody knows the history that's behind this. With me going through 2+ years with Damage Control, I've talked about it so much with the history, and finally we get to end it.
Jada.
Lisa, thank goodness. She's not.
Together, and you help me end this with Damage Control once and for all. I know she's tired of hearing me talk about it. We get to titles and we get to do it in France.
I like that. She's like, yeah, I'm tired of hearing you talk about it.
It's amazing. I mean, who would have thought that Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill would be tag team champions? No one. If anything, everybody's thinking of the opposite.
They will fight each
We
other.
coexist. We work together. Like we shine. What is for her is for her, and what is for me is what's for me. Like we're out here representing and doing things that you've never seen before. Like we're kicking. Excuse my fridge. We're kicking ass. Like we're phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
oh my God. Like
Dominant run.
Like it's just here. Like we've arrived.
This shit's here. This is what she said.
The sky is the limit.
She said this shit's here.
Well, if she said it, she said it.
Sur le Sport. Ma question est à votre avenir maintenant comme équipe. Quels sont vos objectifs et avez-vous déjà des adversaires?
Yeah.
Is wondering what is your next goal as a team, and if you have any opponents in your head already.
Next goal is just.
We want to take over this tag team division. No, there's so many amazing tag teams this division.
Oh.
With this division. I know that, you know, I've said that
They swapped cameras.
Yeah. The camera trying to piss up.
But Asuka is one of the best one in the game. Kyrie is one of the best. I've been going back and forth with Kyrie since NXT, and I know that they aren't just going to go away. I know that we're going to meet them again, but we have so many amazing women in this tag team division. We have Kaden and Katana,
Hey.
Chelsea, and we have Piper, we have Shayna, and we have Zoe. So many women in NXT. So we want to. That's my phone. But we're going to take over this division, but we also want to elevate this division and make it amazing and really face all the tag teams in this division and just take it to next level. Yeah. I don't think anything else I can say about that. That's exactly right.
Are you guys watching the press conference too?
Yeah, guys, if you're still with us and you're watching this press conference, let us know, because we're not saying too much because we're listening.
We're actually,
Congratulations on winning.
These two women look so beautiful as well.
yeah,
Question for you, Jake, because
they look stunning.
first
Their makeup is stayed on well.
to now winning the tag titles with Bianca Belair. Can you talk about a little bit about the transition between your former place, All Elite Wrestling, and now what is different from the presentation to like tell us a little bit more about your evolution.
You know, when you have the machine behind you, you can't lose. You can't.
There you go, machine behind you.
Stage is so supportive. They want me to go out here. They want me to excel. They want me to have the exclamation mark after every match. You know, working with Bianca, like she's gonna do nothing but excel. So I have nothing. I have to excel. Like I have to go out there and I have to deliver. That's what it is. Like
Yeah, Bianca, take your
like,
compliment.
You can't go out there and just like you have to go out there and just deliver and give your all. The transition
Yeah.
was something that I've never seen before. I think that, you know, like coming, of course, at first it can be rough. It's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. You have to go out there, you have to deliver. And, you know, I think I'm blessed to be the one to go out there and show the example that, again, you can do any and everything if you put your mind to it. A lot of people in my position would crumble, and that's a fact. A lot of people will let the pressure get to them. But I know that I'm here representing to show everybody, regardless what color.
Oh, good question. How long will they stay together all in the game?
I think
There's two answers, right? The one we want and the one we think.
Yes, congratulations. We look forward to
True.
seeing where you take the women's tag team division here in WWE. Your new women's tag team.
Bianca, where's my phone?
Bianca Belair.
Bianca. She wants to take a selfie on the with everyone. She's got an iPhone.
well done.
She's explaining, you know, Triple H, that's why I got my phone. No, I'm joking.
Well done, ladies.
I don't think they drop it before. I think they keep it the rest of this year.
Okay. I'm only going to tell you what I want to happen rather than what I think will happen. Yeah. I want them to keep it for a year. I want it to be a long, dominant run. But in order for them to keep it for a year, as always, you guys know you need opponents, right? You need credible. I would say you can't. A babyface needs a massive heel to overcome.
Yeah.
Like Bianca Belair's, one or two of Bianca Belair's issues was the fact that she's so strong and she's so dominant as a face that she always needs that heel against her to legitimize her.
Yeah.
So these two will be good as long as there are credible opponents for them. If they as long as there's storylines behind them, but they need to write the storylines, they need to write the behind the scenes segments.
Yeah.
Like they need to flush things out, otherwise things might get stale or boring very quickly as well.
Yeah, I agree.
So a year as tag team champions and then they implode. I think you have to make them implode. I think, you know, like New Day and certain groups
He's in pain. He can't even walk properly.
Don't implode and certain groups stay together. But I think those two, you have to make it implode.
Eventually. Or maybe they don't. Who knows what they do with it? I don't think they're going to make a decision yet about what happens at the end of the run.
Yeah.
I think what their purpose now is to put over every other women's champion and get them up there. I mean, women tag teams. All the women's tag teams. So that means going down to NXT some weeks, being on Raw some weeks. And you need to do that over a long enough period of time.
Yeah, elevate. There'll be champions who elevate. I think, because one thing that Rhea, and I'll always say this about Rhea's title run. I think Rhea's title run is the worst title run, women's title run for a long time. I think Rhea's run as Rhea Ripley, her actual run is very good because she's doing so much. But her run as a champion, what she's doing with the women's belt, I don't think she's elevated any woman.
No.
Nobody looks better.
No one looks better.
She's only had maybe like 2 good matches, one against Nia Jax and one against Becky Lynch. She spends most of the time just running around with Judgment Day and running around with Dom, and she spends hardly any time trying to elevate the women's division.
Yeah.
Whereas when Bianca was champion, she had pay-per-view after pay-per-view versus Asuka, versus Io Sky, versus Bayley, versus Bianca. Really good matches. And I think that's what they need to do. Use these two women now. Elevate these two women and use these two women to elevate the other tag teams, really.
Yes. That's what you need to use them for now.
So, yeah. Anyway, what are you saying? We should...
Yeah, maybe it's time to start thinking about. I mean, we're seeing Cody on screen now. He waddled out. He can barely move. You can see the lumps on top of his forehead, and he's gonna have a massive. His eyes started to swell already.
Yeah, he's
AJ gave it to him.
Yeah.
I will forever be in debt. France. This was the first place that I got to come. First PLE. This was the biggest arena game in history.
Yeah, this is what they sold nicely in France. The atmosphere, the crowd, they were very kind to you. I mean, most crowds will be kind to Cody anyway. And if Jade and Bianca break up, I want to know how will they break up? Is it going to be Bianca like, listen, you always let me down, you always losing? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking far ahead. I don't know, but
I hope they don't.
I hope they just book them well. That's the only thing. I hope they don't make them look like a joke. So I hope they don't give them weak segments. I hope they don't give them, dead things to say or boring things to say. I hope they keep. I don't know.
Thank you for joining us all in the game.
But yeah, guys, we'll probably do more of these.
Yeah.
Now that we know how to do Watchalong.
Yeah.
Now that we actually know how to do this thing, and we got a lot to say. Clearly, we're very opinionated.
Yeah.
And the way we talk about not just wrestling, the way that I think we talk about things, I think and I believe that we talk about things in a different way. We approach things in a slightly different way to most people when they have conversations about most things. Maybe because we are neurodivergent.
Yeah.
People.
Our neurotypes definitely got.
Maybe I don't know, but I hope you guys will continue to join us, man. And join us. The next pay-per-view will be right here.
Yeah.
We'll be right here. It won't be in the evening. It will be probably 1 a.m. UK time, which means, of course, 7 or 8 p.m. American time. So we'll probably be hella tired.
Yeah.
But, thank you guys for joining us, man. It's been wicked. It's been fun.
Yeah, and thanks to Nawaf as well for explaining about the mods and the links. Thank you.
I'll be live doing my watch-along, my football watch-along. I think Man United are playing on Monday against Crystal Palace. So I hope Man United gets thrashed. So Ten Hag get fired. It might sound like a crazy Man United fan, but when you need to go further down in order to come back up. I just want this guy to just leave this football club right now. Anyway, I'm good off topic. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Peace out.
How do I end the stream?